Of Kandy here in the centre of Sri Lanka. This is the venue for the second test match in the Singer Test series between Sri Lanka and South Africa. Hello and welcome to the Asgiria Stadium for highlights of day one in the second test match. The conditions were overcast early this morning, but no real threat of rain, and the ground conditions were good and play could start on time. Sri Lanka have already taken a 1-0 lead. Let's take a look at the two teams for this test match. Sri Lanka, very strong side. Mavanata Padusana, Jayasuriya, they were involved in a fantastic opening stand here against Pakistan in the test match. Russell Arnold, Mahela Jayawardena, Kumar Sangakkara, he's the shining new light. Arjuna Ranatunga playing his last series for Sri Lanka. Kumar Dharmasena, Upul Chandana, Chaminda Vas, Nuwan Zoysa, and man of the match in the last test match, Muthaiya Muralidharan. South Africa, Gary Kirsten, Neil McKenzie, Jack Cullis, Daryl Cullinan, Jonty Rhodes, Lance Klusener, Mark Boucher, Sean Pollock, Nicky Boy, Paul Adams, and the one change in the side, Nandy Hayward coming into the side instead of Makaya Antini. So South Africa going for some firepower, hoping for their fastest bowler to pick up some wickets here. Sri Lanka was the team that won the toss here, and they decided to field. Sean Pollock wasn't really surprised because he said he would have batted had he won the toss. So let's join the action now. In the very first over, the two openers are out there, but it's Chaminda Vas to Gary Kirsten. And for South Africa, you've got Gary Kirsten out there, very experienced player, 62 matches, excellent average, over 41, and he's got the highest score ever made by a South African batsman in a test match. 275. Daryl Cullinan also has a score of 275. That was against New Zealand. The opposition on the back foot early on. So there are two ways to look at it. Wrapped on the pads here. That's close. He was playing forward and he was struck in line here. Vas cannot believe it. We'll have to take another look. So the umpire umpiring in his first test match under pressure straight away. Well, that's more than close for me.
That was almost hit straighter. Umpire Gamini Silva making the negative decision. The fielders went up, hit on the mat, on the line, hit within the stumps. Ball was not making much movement, so that looked quite plumb.
Counts the most. Gamini Silva, he wasn't interested. That's through him. Up they go. The finger goes up this time. Kirsten isn't happy. Sri Lanka have struck early, and South Africa have lost a wicket in the first over. Well, Kirsten didn't seem too happy. And we'll take another look, and you can see the ball's missed a lot. Vas goes up. And Kirsten can't believe it, but he'll have to walk back to the pavilion. He hasn't troubled the scorers here. South Africa have lost a wicket early on. And that without a run on the board. So Jack Cullis comes out to the centre. South Africa have lost an early wicket, and that's after Sri Lanka won the toss, decided to field. Good positive decision by the Sri Lankans. They're 1-0 up in the series. They want to make some early inroads into this South African batting lineup. And
2 legs. You got to make it.
So Neil McKenzie, just the second test match in his career. Will be under pressure here. The ball ideal for seam, swinging. Bit of seam off the wicket as well. High score of 25 against Sri Lanka in Galle. Just 36 runs in the 2 innings. So a big test for him.
Yes, he's been the in-form player for South Africa in the tour games. Big 100 before the first test. Now this is the last man to go. And I think that's what caused the problem. There was the ball hitting the top of the pad, and there must have been a noise. And that's what convinced Gamini Silva to raise his finger, but I think Kirsten's unlucky here, clearly unlucky.
Sangakkara and Chaminda Vas going up. Umpire going in the positive, but it only brushed the pad.
What else moves? Anything else?
And a wayward start. 4 byes signal.
So Nuwan Soisa not getting the line right. That ball really swinging out of his hands there and going further away from the keeper. Conditions are really ideal for swing, but he's got to get that line right. First delivery and a wayward one. Be 4 byes all the way down to the line.
Neil Mackenzie, 11 and 25 in that test match in goal. That's up in the air, simple catch. Second wicket goes down here for the South Africans. Zoysa strikes in his first over as well. Mackenzie the last man to be dismissed.
So Sanat Jasuril's decision to field first paying off. Nuwan Soisa a bit of that extra bounce to Mackenzie, not being able to keep it down, getting the right on the top of the bat, getting the edge off the tie pad, and a comfortable catch there to Mahela Jayawardena. Neil Mackenzie on the way back. A good delivery by Nuwan Soisa, right on there.
So the second duck of the South African innings. Neil Mackenzie walks back to the pavilion. South Africa 4 for 2.
So Daryl Cullinan, an average of 44. Certainly he had a fantastic innings at goal. All wide out to the off stump and end the over. South Africa lost the second wicket. This is the way that Neil Mackenzie went. A bit of extra bounce, getting the top of the bat onto the tie pad. Comfortable catch, easy one, just a dolly to Mahela Jayawardena. As soon as he got a bit of extra bounce there, really coming forward and stretching forward, getting the top edge.
The Galle International Stadium. That's a good shot. That's nicely punched down the ground by Callis. And even though the outfield is a little slow, it will still reach the boundary. So the first boundary of the South African innings coming up off the bat.
Nuwan Soisa really not coming down hard on that one, right up there. Nice follow through by Jack Harlis, right through with the stroke, right up on the slot for him, getting the placement right. Good timing all the way down to the line.
Yes, he didn't try and hit it too hard. He allowed the ball to come on to the bat.
Taking up on a length. That's well played. Straight back past Zoysa. Good effort by Zoysa to try and get his hand down on that one. But that'll relieve the pressure a little bit. Back for 3 goes Callis. Zoysa's bowled quite a tidy length and line. So has Vast. They've been on target today. That is the end of the over. It's 12 for 2. Oh, that's bowled there. Stayed down. It stayed right down. This pitch is starting to play up already. That one stayed very, very low. Mind you, he was on the back foot. Damasina has struck, and boy, he's got a smile on his face. He had a very tough time of it in Galle. He's been searching for some wickets, and he's got one early on in this test match. This ball did stay down.
So Dharmasena's persistency paying off. A very good delivery, but the ball staying down and knocks the back off stump off. So big wicket for Sri Lanka. Daryl Cullinan, the useful batsman, he's gone for 2. South Africa 3 for 16.
Jonty Rhodes is the new batsman. Well, he's had a career which has spanned 51 test matches. He's got plenty of experience. He's going to have to call upon it here. He's going into bat with a silly point, forward short leg, a leg gully, a slip. They're all around him. Damasina, who got 1 for over 100 in Galle, has got a wicket already in Kandy. That's a nice start for Jonty. He's a very positive batsman, and I think it's a bit of a clumsy bit of fielding there. He's interesting, isn't he, in the field? Zoysa, he gets up to, well, you name it, and he gets up to it. 18 for 3.
Jonty Rhodes, he will have a lot of work to do. Got off to a quick start, getting runs off the first delivery.
He's got big feet, hasn't he? Those are size 14s, I think. And he's handling them like that. It's well bowled and nicely played into the gap. All of a sudden there's a sense of urgency out there. Jonty Rhodes brings a sense of urgency to the centre. Quick single. Right, let's have a look at the dismissal of Daryl Cullinan again. On the back foot he was. Let's see where this pitch is. Just outside off stump, turns a little bit, but stays down. You can see late on that one, as well as the fact that the ball kept low, he just couldn't adjust quickly enough. Kumar Dharmasena has got himself his first wicket in this test match early on, and that'll please him because only one wicket for over 100 runs in the test match in Galle. Cullinan played back. He should have been forward. One played away on the onside, and they'll come back for two. Fire Muralidharan and getting a touch of the ball there. Hasn't had much to do so far.
And Jonty Rhodes has certainly come up with a positive frame of mind. Muralidharan, he's not coming to the attack as yet. So without him, the Sri Lankans have picked up 3 early wickets, and that puts additional pressure on the South Africans.
That's good shot. Good timing on the onside. Muralidharan will just cut it off. Now that's a very good shot. Not an easy shot to play. The timing is superb here from Callis. That was swinging back into him, but he stood up tall and punched it through mid-wicket.
Jock Callis looks in good touch now. The ball coming back into him. Gets nicely balanced. As you say, he stands up tall, Ravi. Just lets the ball come on. That's a really good shot from Jock Callis. Shuman Devas now, he's bowled 7 overs already. This is his 8th. So he's starting to tire a little bit. He's humid.
That's a good shot. He took that on the full. Will get a couple of runs. We've mentioned in the past he's a very busy player, Jonty Rhodes. His feet seem to be moving nicely today, whether he's playing forward or back.
Yes, he's one of the players that picks the length pretty early. He's got a good eye and he's got quick hands and quick feet. Not easy to bowl to.
So wicket each for Vas, Zoysa and Dharmasena. He's bowled him here. Now that's a very disappointing shot from Jonty Rhodes. I don't think he picked the right length on that occasion. And the South African top order in disarray at the moment.
Well, this is a poor dismissal for South Africa. There's no doubt that Jonty Rhodes has a look at this. It's a poor shot. He's gone back to pull it. It hasn't bounced as much, but I think the length was too full to pull, and Dharmasena's done the job. He's dismissed the man who most believe play the spin exceptionally well, and that's Jonty Rhodes gone. He's gone for 12, and South Africa now 34 for 4.
Yep, one leg, spot on.
So Lance Klusner comes out to the centre, his side in deep trouble at the moment. This is the first day of the second test match. He'll have to play a blinder here. 174 against England is best. Very attacking player. He replaces Jonty Rhodes, who was out in this fashion.
Well, Jonty Rhodes, you can see the ball is pitched pretty full. He goes back on a pull. And at this stage of the game, well, maybe just a little pat back to say, I'm staying here for the day.
Yes, the shot selection, just not right.
So they managed to get 188. South Africa will be well pleased if they could get there right now.
That bat is very close. The finger has gone up here. Muralidharan has struck. And South Africa have lost half their side. Have a look at the crowd. They can't believe what they're seeing. The local boy is struck here in his second over.
Well, an important wicket here for Sri Lanka. Where's that hit? Has that hit outside the off stump? It's very, very close to being outside that off stump.
Well, for the naked eye, I can't help but get the feeling that that's pretty plumb. 5 down South Africa, 34 runs on the board. So the vice-captain of the South African side comes out to the centre, Mark Boucher. He comes out a lot earlier than he would have expected. We're still in the first session of the second test match.
Unsettled. Well, this is the dismissal of Callis. Now, Ravi says hitting middle stump. I'm saying it's turned a lot. Has it hit him outside line? Let's go through the whole rigmarole.
I think it's in which he bowls the ball. And that last LBW decision. Well, that's a good shot. Straight down the ground. That's the Klusner we know. Well, is it just possible that they could hit themselves out of trouble? Time will be the judge of that. 43 for 5. It's a bludgeon straight down the ground. Boy, when he's playing well, it's shots like that. Such an easy player to watch.
Right, well ball, Murray, well ball.
Well, that one's gone down to the fence for 4. It's also the end of the over. And the score now is 52 for 5. And there's that last delivery, pulled away down towards the boundary at deep mid wicket. That's a shot that just Hayward in the side. The only change, Hayward for Natini. That's nicely played into the gap on the onside. Fast outfield, another 4. So 1 or 2 boundaries now beginning to emerge from the bats of the South Africans. It's the end of the over. It's 59 for 5.
Really up there for him to hit it, and placement well. Really getting on that one, not trying to hit it too hard. Nice flow of the bat into the vacant space and right down to the boundary.
Well, he's bludgeoned that, or tried to bludgeon that one through the offside, but Upul Chandan is fast. He'll get there. He'll pick that one up just short of the boundary, and in comes his throw. It's a very good throw too. That's good fielding, wonderful fielding. I saw a tremendous article written in the Daily News a little while ago about these 3 spinners and how good they are at fielding, and whether or not there'd ever been a trio of spinners that field as well as this trio. Very good observation, actually. Some good writing. And there we are. In comes the throw. That's an example. Actually bowled 14 no balls at Gaul.
Oh.
There's that big end spinning back in. They're having a bit of a go at Zoyser, aren't they? They're not happy with the way he's fielding.
As agile as some of the fielders out there, straight to Soisa, and could see a positive one from the ball batsman putting the pressure on Nuwan Soisa straight off.
That's nicely played, and that'll go for 4. Just gave himself enough room there to cut it away through the offside field. Just a little bit too short.
Making full use of that loose delivery. Short, giving enough time for Klusner to pick his spot and powered it down to the line. So these 2 batsmen going along nicely now with the partnership up to 35.
And that's 4. Yes, that was his overspin delivery. It was offline. You don't often see him bowl a delivery offline, and that was swept away fine for 4.
Well picked by Boucher, shafting across. Just picking on that one, playing it really fine, giving the slap down, flat batting it down to the final. Talking about injuries, the only time I recall that Muthiah Murugan did have an injury was during the Asian Test Series, and Sri Lanka did struggle when they went to Pakistan. Murli had a shoulder injury.
That's beautifully cut to the boundary. Boy, that's a short delivery and smashed away down to the backward point boundary. That's Klusner, vintage Klusner.
Well, Klusner happy to see one of these deliveries. He doesn't often see them in Sri Lanka so far. Short and wide from a seam bowler. And this is his bread and butter. He gives it the full Monty. It's gone all the way at pace.
As you could see him licking his lips as that one actually pitched and went flying away.
I think that's what Ravi Shastri was referring to when he talked about it. Batsman goes back. It looks like it's going to hit.
Yes, from round the wicket, of course, often they go around the wicket and straighten down the line. That's one of the reasons off-spinners go around the wicket. Something that you very seldom see him do. Well, nicely played again. That's a lovely shot. That's beautiful cricket. He's played a wonderful cut shot, first of all. That one pitched just outside the off stump and worked away beautifully on the onside. 87 for 5. And that's 4 as well. That's 4 as well. Well, there's one thing you can't do, it seems, when bowling to Boucher. You bowl that overspin delivery and you pitch it straight, he'll certainly lap it away nice and fine. That was a lovely shot.
Yes, it's the second shot he's played like that. He helps it on its way, gets outside off stump, just helps it along, uses the pace of the delivery. It's a good shot, keeps it down. Nice partnership has developed. 57 now.
So 36 overs have been bowled, 96 for 5. Full toss, smashed away for 4. We're starting to see things slip a little bit. The odd bad ball, but more importantly from South Africa's point of view, they are hitting into the boundary for 4.
Well, this is the way to put it away. Pick the spot. Don't try and hit it too hard. On the ground, in the gap. 4.
I suppose in the circumstances, it's understandable. Well, that's nicely played right off the middle of the bat, and that's 4 as well. That's lovely timing. Well, this is the Boucher we know.
Beautiful shot from Mark Boucher. He just waits for it. Must be said, it was a poor delivery. Short and wide. He still had to hit it, find the gap. He got it ahead of that man, front of square, which is where the gap is. Welcome boundary for Boucher.
He's taken the aerial route and in style. No messing around there, Lance Klusener. One bounce over the rope at long on.
So breaking the pressure that Muridharan was weaving around Lance Klusener. Bit of bit there for him. And just right through with that. Cracked it over mid-on for 4.
So Muridharan as a bowler won't be too disappointed because there is an element of risk here. That's a good strike to end the over. Played away with the turn on the onside. 50 for Mark Boucher. And it's a good innings under pressure. South Africa were in trouble when he came out to the crease. And he's carrying on well here. 132 for 5. So the South African fight back continuing here. This is the last ball of the previous over. Boucher reaching his half-century with this shot.
An invaluable half-century for South Africa as well. A fighting one, determined, a lot of grit. Also Rasalana that's come into the mid-wicket. And Sanat Jayasuri has gone back to short fine so that the signal is blocked in that area and heaves it right over.
So the 100-run partnership coming up in style here. Excellent use of his feet there by Boucher. Just going through with the shot now and runs coming very quickly here. Couple of paces down the track. Once he knew he wasn't there to the pitch of the ball, just went through with the shot. Cleared mid-on quite comfortably. And this one almost reaching the boundary line on the full. So this partnership doing an excellent job. We've added over 100 now.
Oh, he's had a go at that one. That's straight down the ground. This might be all the way. Yes, it's over the top for 6. Well, Klusener's decided that whatever Murali Dhiran's going to produce, he's going to produce just that little bit more. Straight 6.
Yes, and the South Africans have decided to attack Muridharan, and that was heaved by Klusener right over the bowler's head, and a big hit at that. In fact, it went quite high like a scud and ended up on the side screen. Superbly struck, well timed.
So they've kept the field up. Now will he slip in the mystery ball? And he's had a go at this one on the onside, and that one's going down towards the boundary for 4, and that is his half-century. So Lance Klusener with his team, with their backs to the wall, has scored a half-century here, a very timely one as well. And he's not finished yet.
This is really turning out to be a fighting knock by Lance Klusener. He's looking to cut loose, and that one really bludgeoned away, beating Was at mid-on. powerfully struck. Not right on the meat of the bat, but certainly had a lot of force behind it.
Oh, this is a run out. This is a dreadful run out. Oh, dear, 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 dear. Klusener wanted one. Very good fielding by Mathai Muralidharan. He was crossing a flash. I don't think there was a run there. Klusener misread it. Boucher tried to send him back. Klusener was going. And Boucher, at the end of the day, had to sacrifice himself. He had no opportunity to do anything else. He pushes that one on the onside. It was too straight. There was a little bit of indecision there. Have a look at, oh, beautiful fielding that by Mathai Muralidharan. And what a good throw as well. The bails are off. And this partnership, which really has restored a little bit of credibility to the South African batting, has come to an end. Mark Boucher run out for 61. And, well, South Africa now 158 for 6. So Sean Pollock, the South African captain, is the new batsman. He's got a batting average of 28.6. This is the tough time when you first arrive at the crease in Muralidharan's bowling. He's out there because of this big mix-up. Watch Klusener. He stutters in the beginning. And as a result of that, his partner doesn't quite know what to do. Klusener just keeps coming, although his partner's not coming. Oh, that's got to be close. Yes, he's got to have a little look at that one. He may just have got his bat back in time. But Pollock there looked as if he was quite keen to get down the other end. He seems very confident. He's wandering away down towards Klusener to have a chat to him. But just watch this. It was quick work.
That was smart work by Mahala Jayawardene. Keep an eye on Pollock's foot or the bat. And that was in. Yes. Oh, Pollock's is home. He's got his bat back on time as Sangakkara gets the bails out.
Yes, he was comfortably home. Bat down there, and then just after that the bail's removed, so Pollock knows that he's okay. That one's flayed through the offside field, and that'll go for 4-2. Well, he's starting to turn it on. That's a lovely covered ride. Didn't really hit off the middle of the bat either. It was very clunky, but he's strong.
He really spanked that away. He certainly will have to take the onus on himself now. He really cannot forgive himself for that run out of Boucher. So Klusener will have to take charge and play with far more responsibility.
4 straight down the ground, 4 runs, mid-off is wide, and well, he's played some very lusty straight drives off Muralidharan. That was another one, 167 for 6. Put that one away somehow. A little bit of pad and bat there, was it? It's very important now that someone stays with Klusener. Klusener scored 19 runs off his last 13 deliveries, so he's back into that very aggressive frame of mind. See there that he's not had a great time with it, Sean Pollock.
He's gone here. He didn't wait for the umpire's decision. Good sharp catch close in, because that ball was travelling. And Chandana here has picked up his first wicket.
Well, this is good a catch. You're going to see it silly point, sharp and hard to his right. Pollock comes hard down on it, and it goes quickly to silly point to his right. And that was a really good catch. A big wicket for Sri Lanka.
There's Jayawardene, the catcher. So the South African captain dismissed for 5, 173 for 7. So Nicky Boye comes out to the middle. 4 test matches old he is. 46 runs. He played well on that tour of India. 85 is his highest. That was when he was sent out as night watchman. Now he replaces his captain. So 2 left-handers out there for the South Africans. And this is how Pollock was dismissed. Pad, then bat, and a good sharp catch.
Yes, and what the undoing was there, he clearly picked the wrong line. There's been a bit of drift away from him, or into him, and he's picked the front foot's come down on the middle stump, and the ball's pitched leg stump, and he's had to play around his pad.
This is close, very close. The finger has gone up. Boy has gone first ball. Wickets of consecutive deliveries here for Chandana. South Africa have lost their 8th wicket here.
Well, it's all certainly happening, and Nicky Bohier looked down at his bat. Be interesting to see where they didn't get an edge on it. Pitch is on line. That's hitting, I'm afraid. If he didn't hit it, it's out.
So another duck in the South African innings. Both the openers were dismissed for duck. Boy goes without troubling the scorers. 173 for 8. Paul Adams has come out to the middle. South Africa are 8 wickets down. 29 is highest against England. He's more in the side for his bowling. In fact, in the side only for his bowling, really. And this is the last man to go.
Back batting by themselves. He's got to stay in. It's in the hitting area.
And a good solid blow here for 6. It was up there in the slot. Midon was up and Klusner went after it. Right tactics.
Yep, if it's up, it's off. Fancy that's the way Klusner's going to play.
Fast bowlers did the damage early on. Chandana here continuing.
If we look at that bowling card, Dharmasena 2 for 46, but critical wickets, those two, Cullinan and Rhodes.
That's crashed through the offside. And a good effort by Zoysa, but not good enough.
That's it. Good about that.
Well, I was always betting or backing that delivery being going for 4. There's no doubt about it. Klusner hits it powerfully. And Milan Zoysa, he's not known for his agility. Tall man, 6'6". Makes a hash of that.
Yes, that's why we mentioned a good effort. Now we'll have to wait for the umpire signal here. Chandana will just cut this off before the boundary. 3 runs added to the score and leg by signal.
South Africa now, every run counts. It really doesn't matter how they come. Even the leg buys wouldn't matter.
Yes, I think psychologically 200 is a score they would want to have. Well, that's turned so sharply that it's beaten the keeper as well. So the 200 coming up for South Africa here. And by signal, 200 for 8 the score.
So wicketkeeper Kumar Sangakkara, he's got his work cut out. Prodigious turn. Sangakkara not able to get his gloves across quickly in time. He hadn't covered it enough. But, it's going to be hard work, particularly with Muralidharan.
That's going to be close. In fact, the third umpire not being called for. That was well bowled by Chandana. Tossed it up, invited the batsman to drive. Just for a moment, one thought that he had dragged his leg there, Adams. He'd done that, but he got his wickets. 2 wickets for Dharmasena, 2 for Chandana. It's Muralidharan who will continue. That's cut into the gap. Just pulled back inside the boundary. Good bit of footwork there from Dharmasena.
Sri Lankans have been very enthusiastic on the boundaries and also close in. And Dharmasena that time just dragging that back. But one has to have a close look at that to see whether the ball did in fact just touch the ropes. Did it or did it not? Yes, it did.
And in fact, that's a boundary. There's no doubt about that. Ball just rolling on and touching the rope.
Putting a lot more body into his delivery.
That's a simple catch. It still had to be taken. So the partnership has been broken here. The bowling change has worked. Dharmasena has picked up his third wicket. And Jayawardena, another catch.
That again a fine delivery by Kumar Dharmasena, bowling wide and a little bit of turn there, but Paul Adams looking to try and hit it over the forward short leg straight into his hands. Paul Adams, he goes caught by Jayawardena off Dharmasena, and that's the 9th South African wicket down for 210.
So the last man has come out here for the South Africans, Ananta Hayward.
That's the groove. Yep, that's 2.
He's back in the Test match side. Didn't play in the Test in Gaul. He's replaced Makaya Antini. And his job will be to try and stay as much as possible with Klusener here. He's on 88. Hayward's replaced Adams. Wonder what Paul Adams was trying here. Jayawardena getting his 4th catch.
It's looking to be a little more daring. Paul Adams a bit complacent and trying to hit it over Jayawardena straight into his hands.
Oh, that's a tremendous shot to get off the mark. He was given the width there and he smashed it through point.
That really was a cracking shot. Rocking back, and certainly must have given his more senior batting partners a lot more satisfaction.
Oh, and that one's off the inside edge. He's not going to last long playing like this. If I was Klusener, I'd stay there. Quite right. Just take the 1, because he would have only ended up with 2, and it's really a question of time for Mananta Hayward against this very vicious off-spin of Muralidharan.
Yes, he has a slogger that gets an inside edge and then races down to come back for 2. Now, that tells you straight away that in his mind, he's not even thinking that Lance Klusener's on 91 and he's got a seam through to that. He's got to be thinking like that, surely. He can't be looking to come back for 2. Get back on strike. Klusener's not even looking.
And off the edge and beats the fieldsman. That'll go to the boundary for 4. It's a very fast outfield. Will it make it? Just slowing up there, and it's just managed to go over the boundary rope. So that takes him to 95. Right, so he's creeping towards that 3rd century. He's made 2 in Test match cricket so far.
Just beats the backward point fielder. Now 95, and there's only 1 ball left in the over, and he's got to believe that if Nante Hayward's going to have a slog, if anybody's going to, he might as well. It's Muralidharan. He's into Klusener. He's on 97.
Oh, he's hit that one beautifully down to the boundary for 4. What an innings that's turned out to be. Wonderfully played, Lance Klusener. You deserve a clap, a pat on the back, and you deserve all the accolades that come your way. This has not been easy. His mates around him, with the exception of Boucher, have collapsed in a heap. And what's he done? He's made a century, and he's made it in great style. This could be the innings that saves the day for South Africa.
He's hit that powerfully, and when Klusener hits it powerfully, it normally goes to the boundary. Well played, Lance Klusener. 101 in 177 deliveries. Against spin. He's faced it all. He's had to stand the test of time here, and he's done it. Well done, Lance Klusener.
Well, what does he do now? Smash it. That's probably what he'll do. He'll certainly relax a bit. Will they come back to the 2nd? Yes, they will. Hayward comes back, and he's comfortably home. This is the 3rd century scored by Klusener. His 1st century was 102 against India in Cape Town in the season of 96-97. He scored that of 100 balls, 100 of 102 balls. Then he made 174 against England in Port Elizabeth in the season of 99-2000. And here today, another century. Oh, he's hit this one, and the Crows scatter as that one goes 1 bounce for 4 as well. Klusener has decided now that he's got to his century, that every now and again he's going to go for it. And actually, we've said before, we'll say again, that when the leg spinner spinning the ball into him is bowling, he's got an opportunity. He'll take him on, and that's an example. He's really hit the ball straight down the ground. A fielder down there, but he's gone for it. He's hit that one away towards the scoreboard. Oh, brilliant fielding down there. That's wonderful fielding. Well, They've been out there all this time, and you see Messina charging around, putting a hand on that one. That's a wonderful stop. That was 4 all the way. End of the over, 2:38 for 9. Well, here's the shot again. Just watch this forward short leg go, and just watch Messina's effort here. He got his hand out and stopped that one beautifully. That was 4 all the way. Yes, so this total is starting to look a little bit different, isn't it? Oh, he's hit that one beautifully. That one's outside off stump, and he smashed it away down to the wide mid-off position. They've come back for 2. That's good running. Good cricket. Very good cricket. Partnership now worth 31.
A bit of width for Klusner. Middled it. 2. I'd be happy there.
So you can't quite see it, but the oh, back for 2. Zeus is sleeping. Zeus is sleeping. Schlanken's getting a little frustrated out there. Matthias Moodley didn't want it. Oh, there's the fumble, you see. He was all fingers, wasn't he? And feet. And as a result, they came back for 2.
Well, that's not what you want to see from a Test cricketer. He wants to make his way in this game, play one-day cricket. He is going to have to lift his game and lift it big time. It is frustrating for a bowler.
Good running by Hayward, mind you. I saw the fumble and he was back.
Bowling, bowling.
And Zeus has had a pretty tough day. He's a couple of different, as you can see there, trying to get it in his hand. Oh, and they're going for a quick one. Yeah, this will be close. Oh, it's a wide throw. A wide throw. And comfortably, well, not comfortably, through for 1, which means that once again Klusner retains the strike. It's 2:45 for 9.
That's heaved away, and he's found the gap. So the 250 coming up for South Africa in style here. That's the score after 83 overs, 82, I beg your pardon.
So Nanti Everett heaving that one down towards the square leg region successfully for a 4. Lance Klusner has moved up to 115. Everett on 13, doing a good job. Partnership worth 40 runs.
250 for 9. Nanti Hayward has reached his highest score in Test cricket with the shot. This is the last ball of the previous over.
He's whacked it well, took it with the spin. A good shot. Getting the placement right, good swing of the bat. So he's grown in confidence as well. He's quite pleased with the performance, with the fight back up there in the dressing room.
That's driven down the ground, taken on the full. Hayward will have to hurry, and he makes his ground.
So the commitment in the running by Nanti Hayward, it was determined. It wasn't a very good return, but straight away off at the second. And full toss played straight. Russell under the fielder. Nanti Hayward is totally committed. Full dive right down there. That's the effort to put Chandana trying to reverse it back onto the stance, but Nanti Hayward was in. He'll probably try and go over the top.
He's bowled him on that occasion. So finally the South African innings comes to an end. There Muralidharan telling Lance Klusner they're well played. Superb innings by the left-hander. 118, and you can see Craig Smith there, and he's doing the right thing, because we mentioned about that no ball. Now watch that back leg. That's once again clearly a no ball. He's done that 3 times in a row, Muralidharan, but umpire Gamli Silva has not seen it. In the scorebook, he'll go down as ball. But for viewers watching, as a bowler, you're not allowed to touch that return crease with the back leg. He did that on 3 occasions in a row, Muralidharan, and he's not been penalised. But Hayward's innings comes to an end, but big applause here for a superb innings from Lance Klusener. 118 not out. He got his 3rd Test match 100 here today. But what an innings under pressure. So South Africa 253 all out. They were off to a disastrous start after being put into bat by the Sri Lankans. Lost their top order very quickly, and a really good partnership between Klusener and Boucher really brought them through. Boucher making 60 there, Klusener getting his 3rd 100 in Test match cricket. So the partnerships for South Africa, no real partnership going. One very good one of 124, and then 2 good partnerships lower down the order. And that really helped the South Africans immensely. For the bowling, Sri Lanka, 5 bowlers used. All the bowlers picked up wickets. Dharmasena picking up 3 for 58. Muralidharan a little expensive today, 2 for 95. But Chandana bowled extremely well towards the end, 2 for 58 for him.
That's Marvin Adepatu. Good career, 37 innings, matches, averaging 35. He's got 400s, got a big one here the last test he played. 223 is his highest versus Zimbabwe. That's a follow into Marvin Adepatu. It's down the leg side. Adepatu just gets a bat on it. Kirsten does well. It's Kirsten under the helmet, or is it Kenzie? Gets a hand in it. Down the leg side, Adepatu is strong on his legs. No, it's Mackenzie. Kirsten ran round, just picked up the one, so Sri Lanka off the mark, bringing Sanath Jayasuriya, the captain, onto strike. What a test series he had in South Africa so far. 52 matches he's played. He's averaging 43 with 700s. This one gone down the leg side. Just asking the question, and I guess they'd be asking a lot of questions of the umpire from the centre at the moment. It's nice to see Ranjit Fernando join us.
Yes, but I think the South Africans would be coming out with all cylinders firing. They've just got a few overs to go, and if Pollock and Hayward can really make inroads into the Sri Lankan batting, that's something they would like to go back with tonight.
Very, very close. Now, what an appeal.
That really was a very, very big shout. Sanath Jayasuriya, one really has to see how much of a stride he got into that. That was...
Well, Ranjit, I'm afraid that has got to be out. Pollock can't believe it. Let's have a look. It's pitched on a line. And that's not going over the top, I'm afraid.
That certainly was very, very straight. And I can tell you that Pollock must be very unhappy.
And the next delivery, Jayasuriya gets a fat pat on it. Just get 2. Rhodes takes it down. Gets it in pretty quickly. Well, it's high drama here. Justifiably so.
Umpire Gamini Silva under tremendous pressure, and there you are, that Sanath Jayasuriya. You could see that there's not much daylight there. It's right in front.
Even not out. And that's the area I was talking about. It's gone in outside edge, and it's gone wide of the 3rd slip. Gone away for 4.
Pollock's got no protection there, and as soon as Jayasuriya drops his hands on it and gets into the gap on this fast outfield, and using the pace, there's always runs right into the gap.
Son of Jayasuriya just been making some gestures that he's battling to see the ball. Umpires have just got together and have a look at the light. Very good side screens here at Ascaria Stadium. Nice and tall. No doubt that Pollock won't be coming over the top of it. The ball's new. A lot of talking going on. Maybe somebody should just take out a light meter and have a reading. They've got a cross in. Has he got him? Pollock. Well, so confident they've got him. The umpire hasn't budged. Well, it's all happening here.
Certainly, if all's happening here, let's have a look at see why Jayasuriya went. Did he get an egg? Very difficult to tell. But all the South Africans went up in unison. But umpire Gamali Silva, he was unmoved.
Well, one thing I can tell you, he didn't hit anything else. If there was a noise, it certainly wasn't a pad. Let's have a look at this. Maybe we've got the benefit of the magnifying lens. Let's have a look and see if we see some of the...
Too far. Legs down.
Back. Seam changes.
Very little change, Pat. One really cannot tell from that.
End of another Pollock over. 15 for no loss. And at the end of that over, it's the end of play.
So Sri Lanka in reply to South Africa's score of 253, 15 for no loss at close of play, but some anxious moments there for both Atapattu and Sanat Jayasuriya. So just the two bowlers used by the South Africans. Bowler 4 overs for 12. One thought he was a little unlucky. He should have had Jayasuriya. Hayward was accurate today. 3 overs for just 2 runs. So plenty of entertainment here on day 1. We hope you've enjoyed it. We look forward to your company again for highlights of day 2. That's tomorrow. Until then, from all of us here in Kandy, it's good night. Oh, he's fouled it. That's got him. That's got him. Hello and welcome to the Asgiria Stadium here in Kandy for highlights of day 2 in this, the second test match of the Singer Test series between South Africa and Sri Lanka. The first day's play was an exciting one. We saw great South African recovery after they were 34 for 5 at one stage. The top order, the Sri Lankans really ran through that top order, and then a great partnership between Klusener and Boucher that really set the ball rolling for the South Africans to come back and make a score of 253. Klusener there, 118 not out. That was his 3rd test match 100. In reply, Sri Lanka at stumps survived plenty of anxious moments. They were 15 for no loss when play ended on day 1. And from the South Africa's point of view, I think they'll need to pick up some quick wickets in the first hour of play. That's very important. They'll need the ball to swing and try and get some wickets, because otherwise Sri Lanka will pile on a big score. So let's join the action now. It's the second over of the day. Sean Pollock on his way to Marvin Atapattu.
Sanat Jayasuriya, that's not his game, to stay and block, and Atapattu brings that to the body.
So runs here, the first of the morning. Just pull back inside. Wasn't much in it. Shanti Rhodes was the fielder.
Marvin Atapattu plays with soft hands, guides it down there. It's not an outside edge, it's well played. And Jonty Rhodes, he's moved down there pretty quickly, and I think he's pulled it back. That's a good effort.
There's a big effort required from the South African captain here. And he's gone after that one. That's raced away to the boundary. Now that's Jayasuriya's strength. Room outside the off stump.
Well, Sean Pollock's dragged this one down short and wide. And that's not where he needs to bowl to Sanat Jayasuriya.
He's bowled him here, but a no ball. Now that's the luck a left-hander would need, or any batsman would need first thing in the morning. Clearly overstepping Sean Pollock. And we've seen Jayasuriya get out in this fashion in the series against Pakistan. He's dragging this one on, but luckily for him, South African captain overstepping.
Well, that is unfortunate, but those are the rules. If you overstep, you can't get a wicket. And just maybe overnight, the umpire who's called the no ball, who didn't call it last night, has started to have a good look at what is happening at the feet.
Runs on the onside, there's no mid-on.
Not too much bounce there. Jayasuriya doesn't get much forward. He knows that Hayward's going to predominantly bowl short because he's got no men in a mid-on position. And just gets enough bat on it to get the 2.
Can crash through the offside, misfield. And another boundary here for Jayasuriya. That's something you don't see too often. Jonty Rhodes, the fielder.
Again, short and wide from Pollock. He hits it at Rhodes, and he just overran it. It didn't really bounce indifferently. It just got to be said it was poor fielding. And it's not something you see from Rhodes. I certainly would excuse him if I were a teammate. There's no doubt he's fielded enough deliveries for this team. He's made many good saves. So he actually overran it and slid a little bit.
That's a good shot down the ground. That's one of his favourite shots, Mavanatapadu. And Adams making an effort there, but the ball, I believe, has just touched the rope.
A really quality shot from Mavanatapadu. Forward nicely, holds his shape. Straight bat, shows the full blade. That's gone all the way. Adams not managing to tag it back. He does, and the ball just touches the rope. That's 4. He wouldn't have known that though. He'd have picked it up, thrown it in. While his back turned, it touched the rope. Quite dangerous to stand on that ball.
That's the second time in the over he's played this shot, and the result the same. So Patu looking good here. It's a good punch down the ground.
Well, Sean Pollock just looking a little bit tired now, over pitches. He's putting the ball there, not bowling it. And hence, it's just a beautiful half volley. And Mavanatapadu, quality player as he is, full blade, down the ground, textbook off drive.
Oh, he's had a go at that one. Smashed it way through the offside for 4. That's where he's so dangerous. 1 minute he's fending one off in front of his face, and the next minute, if you give him any room, he absolutely loves it. You've got to keep Jayasuriya tucked up. He loves this, I tell you, and this does frustrate the bowlers.
Quickly latching onto that one, Sanat Jayasuriya being under a lot of pressure. And straight away, as he got the width, quickly getting onto that, releasing the pressure that's been built up. Partnership moving on to 51. Sanat Jayasuriya 28 of those.
Oh, that's out. Oh, they dropped him. They've caught him. They've caught him. Sanat Jayasuriya is out. At last, something has happened, which, in fact, one can put down as a positive for South Africa. They reckon they've been hard done by. They've come oh so close to taking wickets. In fact, they've knocked the stumps down with no balls. And this one looked as if it was going to be another missed opportunity. It was juggled and slipped. Watch the ball bounce. Good bowling this from Hayward. Up goes, who was it first? Now, Callis went up, and eventually, boy, he hung to that one for dear life. He eventually clung to his chest. And look at Boucher's reaction there as well. He's put his arms around him and said, well, mate, well done, and thank goodness for that. So, Sanat Jayasuriya out for 28. This is a big blow for South Africa. And indeed a nasty blow for the Sri Lankans. The captain is out, always makes a difference. Caught by Callis of the bowling of Hayward. It's 53 for 1. Russell Arnold is the new batsman, just 26 years of age. He's got a batting average of just over the 30 mark, and well, 2 centuries to his name. And he's facing Hayward here, who's bowling pretty well at the moment.
This was a very quick delivery, a rising delivery as well. Nice over the seam there. Sanat Jayasuriya far too close for him to play it square. Taken by pace, a very good catch. It was really travelling. Khalid juggling it and then managing to hold on to it. So very good catch at the end, because it was really going through it. It was a quick delivery.
Well, that one's down the leg side, and well, did he get off the middle of the bat, or was it off the pad? It was off the pad. This gives you some idea of how tough it is on this pitch for wicketkeepers. That one stayed down.
It's wide, and really not coming up as much as Bauch should have hit it. But really got the pad as well.
Oh, that's nicely played away on the onside. I think it's a bit early to be going around the wicket. That's flicked away on the onside. There's no fieldsman there. The angle is perfect. When you're bowling to a strong offside field, the last thing on earth you want to do is go around the wicket, unless, of course, you're going to change the field. So you can see the way the ball goes in there, just worked away with the angle. Now, just looking at the field, it's just a totally offside-orientated field. Look at the angle. Away she goes. Thank you very much. That's 4.
That's good shot. That's past mid on. Chase for Boye. Once again, Atapadu has got good timing on that one. So boundary to end the over. 65, 66 for 1. Shot to end the last over here. And superbly balanced Atapadu. Finding the gap between the bowler and mid-on. Timing was good too.
Balance is of the essence, particularly when playing the on drive, and Atapadu's done that to perfection. He's played so very well on both flanks.
Had a quiet series against Pakistan, missed out in the first test match at Galle. Now lovely timing there from Atapadu. That's gone across the boundary line, and he didn't seem to hit it too hard, but the timing was exquisite.
The timing very much in evidence there, Atapadu. Not much power behind the shot, but just see the way that even beat diving Jonty Rhodes. Just a check, and the ball just sped through.
That's a short delivery, and that's 4. Yes, that's the ball that he's got to try and make sure he doesn't bowl. Those loose deliveries do certainly ease the pressure.
Well, short and on a slow pitch, that's meet and drink. Just didn't follow through, did Boye. Stopped in his delivery. That is meet and drink for any batsman on the subcontinent.
Righto, here we go. Oh! And the first one just a little wide, and that's been cut away down to the boundary for 4, so that's not a good start for Adams. This, well, this is going to be a very important little spell here for Adams. He needs some confidence. That's what he needs. That is a bit unlucky, actually. The ball was cut away from just outside off stump, a little bit, just a little bit short. Got to make sure that if he's going to bowl a fastish speed, that the man at backward point is just behind square.
So I also believe that Lance Clunen's a bit too square. It's got to be a bit finer for the pace that Adams is going to bowl.
How does he not give that? That looked to me as if it was absolutely plumb. No shot offered. Well, my immediate reaction was that was all over. Let's have a look. There must be a reason why here. Let's see. It pitches outside off stump. No shot offered. How could that be anything else other than out? This is a, well, just let's have a look at it again. It pitches outside. He doesn't offer a shot. This is something that, well, I suppose all he could say is I wasn't sure it was going to hit the stumps. And if an umpire says that, well, you know, you've got to take his word for it. But boy, there are plenty of umpires I know when you don't offer a shot that will very quickly put their finger up. because it's a bit of a no-no. Just watch it from this angle. Pitch is out there, no shot off it. Totally misread that one. Well, if it didn't hit the stumps, it would have been very, very close to them. Look at the gloves there moving in. I think that would suggest that it would have been around about the top. Oh, there's that shot again. Around about the top of either just missing off stump or just hitting the top of off stump. Just watch the gloves of the keeper. I think this actually tells a bit of a story. Oh, good shot. Well played. Straight down the ground. Slightly overpitched that time. Marvin Addu's played the straight drive beautifully today. That's nicely picked up as well. He'll come back for the third. This one, it's been a while since any of the batsmen have played a really confident shot to Klusener. That was the first time for a while. It was very confident, nice and straight, and you could hear it came off the bat nicely as well.
Yes, it was a good shot. Now, just 5 minutes to lunch, and I'm surprised that Sean Pollock actually pushed in a silly point, certainly to Russell Arnold.
Rhodes coming a long way across from the offside. I suppose the question is, did he get a bat on it? Would the umpire have given him out? Let's see if we can pick up what happened here. It's very hard to tell whether there was any bat in there. Probably came off his shoulder.
That really did balloon, but it is only someone like Rhodes that could make an attempt like that.
Adams has bowled one or two good deliveries. He's bowling a little quicker than normal. That one just played away on the onside, and the cheers you hear are for the 100. So Sri Lanka have got to 100. Yes, that looked like pad and perhaps a bit of shoulder after that. This is going to be out, run out. Yes, it's a run out. Take the bails off. That's the end of, well, is it Marvin Adapadu that has ended up run out? Or is it Russell Arnold? I think Arnold eventually sacrificed himself. He ran past him. Well, I think it probably is a case of fair enough, because Arnold actually called for the run. Then the stutter started. Just let's see who's caused the stutter. Off the pad, Arnold started to go, and then he stopped. He looked up and stopped, and he does that often. In goes the throw here at this stage. If he had taken the bails off straight away, he might have got the other batsman out. So we saw Adams there holding onto the ball, and while he was holding onto the ball, Arnold crossed without a padu. So Russell Arnold ends up out. So he's out for 28, and Sri Lanka have now lost their second wicket, 109 for 2. Mahela Jayawardena is the new batsman, an average of over 40, 3 centuries in Test match cricket, and his best 242 against India. He's out there because of a really serious mix-up. It looked to me as if Russell Arnold wanted the run, then stuttered, and that caused a stutter down the other end. And then, of course, all that, this is Callis coming in, picks it up. You can see how far at this stage. Now, there we are. Let's see. He's about to go back. Where's the other batsman? Look at this. He's right in the middle of the pitch. Had he taken the bails off right away, there's no doubt that he would have had Marvin Atapatu run out.
So 110 for 2. Sri Lankans will need to start all over again. The unfortunate run out of Russell Arnold, who sacrificed his wicket for the sake of the team. So Mahela Jayawardena, he's off the mark for this release, his second run. Nicely on the onside. And it's also time for a change in the commentary. To be Ravi Shastri and Salia Hangama.
Thank you, Ranjit. So good time here for South Africa to claw back into this contest.
Come on, boy.
Jayawardena, he's a free scoring player. Plays the spin as well. That's beaten third man. He was a little too square.
Unbelievable.
So first boundary here for Mahela Jayawardena.
Mahela Jayawardena quickly onto that one. Getting the edge and running through.
That's a good positive blow here. That's the way he plays, Jayawardena, and is already showing signs that he's a player in good touch at the moment.
Short one and quickly onto that one. Seeing the length, just rocking through with it, just pivoting through, full flow of the bat into the mid-wicket boundary.
This is where the South Africans will have to be a little careful, because he's the kind of player who can take the game away from you on a track like this pretty quickly. One thing with Jayawardena, he always gives the bowler a chance.
Janaka Patrina.
Loose delivery, put away. He had to reach out for that. And that's a bad ball and gets the treatment.
Since the advent of Mahela Jayawardena, runs have come quite quickly for the Sri Lankans. This is a third boundary shot. He reached out for it. Gets the bottom edge and runs right down to the third man region.
Come on, Paul. Come on, Paul. Yeah, boys, come on, eh?
He had to reach for that one. Way outside the off stump.
Lovely timing. That's been one of the features of Atapatu's innings so far. Gets into good position, doesn't try and hit the ball too hard. More often than not, he's got the placement right.
Really didn't try to hit it to earth. That's been his feature. He's really adjusted to this wicket and just punched it right through. The timing being fantastic. He's really see that one right through with it. Enjoying batting in this kind of strip here.
And that's a good controlled sweep shot. And a nice way to bring up his half-century. He likes this ground here in Kandy. He scored plenty of runs. And once again, a fine knock by the Sri Lankan opener.
Now Atapatu bringing up his half-century in style. Nice sweep, very fine between the short fine and the square leg and all the way down to the boundary. Very concentrated, big effort by Mawan Atapatu.
Yes, he has the ability to bat on and on. 201 minutes it's taken him. 5 boundaries punctuating his innings. Oh, that's a good delivery. Now, did that take the outside edge, because that spun really sharply? Cullinan was the man in the slip.
See this one, pick up a noise here on the way through. No, it passed the bat. There was a bit of daylight between bat and ball, but what a delivery.
Now, this is the second day of the test match. That's why, from Sri Lanka's point of view, they've looked to bat just once. South Africa will believe that they always have a chance in this test match, because they've got the runs on the board. 250. And that's Mawan Atapatu's record here. That's a fine shot. Excellent placement. And another boundary here for Mawan Atapatu.
That's what one would call a beautiful stroke by Mawan Atapatu. Absolute beauty. Getting onto the pitch of that one, and the placement, as Ravi said, between cover and extra. Quite tight there. But slight angle of the bat, getting the placement right.
It's just opening the face of the blade, getting down nice and low, and leaning into the shot, and playing it in the direction of the turn. Everything right about that last shot. Sixth boundary for Adapadu.
Well, it would have been into Patu. Oh, that's out. Caught slip. That's caught slip. That's very well bowled. South Africa needed that wicket very, very well. What can one say? They desperately needed the wicket. They've got one, and it's amazing, is it not? After a break of any sort, this time it was the drinks break, and it's Mahela Jayawardena who's hit this one off the edge. Orthodox leg straight to slip.
And they're well taken by Daryl Cullinan. I think blinded just a little bit. Well taken. And Daryl Cullinan, he doesn't miss them. Good slip fielder. It's the end of Mahela Jayawardena. 18 he got. Sri Lanka now 142 for 3.
Sangakkara. Kumar Sangakkara, the new man in this Sri Lankan lineup, is out at the crease now, only 22 years of age. Well, he started off in a modest fashion. 23 is his average. And he's out there because of this. Straightforward edge there. They're always difficult to take, although by slip standards, that's a pretty straightforward one. Nice knee-high catch taken by Cullinan. Rightio, here we go. And that one way down the leg side. I mean, goodness sake. You've got a wicket, and all of a sudden you bowl a rank, wide ball down the leg side. It just seems that there's something missing with these spinners. They just can't go through with it.
Well, he just got a wicket, and he will know of all how important it is.
And the wicket he goes into the gap. That's well played. Yes, I don't think Sangakkara is going to be hanging around too much. Yes, Adam should have been following the fieldsman there. It wasn't. Kirsten just knocked it back. And so Sangakkara collects 3.
Well, Nicky Boyer, you can't really fault his delivery. The batsman's come down the wicket, punched it in the gap. However, the extra cover is very square and probably should be a little bit straighter, making the batsman trying to play more square and against the spin. That's when you get through the gap.
Well, there's that cover drive again, beautifully played through the offside field. 4 runs. 59 for Marvin Adapadu, and the end of the over. 153 for 3. Yes, this is the cover drive. 4 vital runs. So there's the one that he's got away down to the boundary, and well, I suppose that would have been 4 no matter what. Very fine to the boundary for 4. Delivery offline. Score 159 for 3. It's nicely tickled away down fine for 4 runs.
Come on, boy.
Slightly offline. And he personally felt he had a fair bit of working to do. Well, that's nicely played. Short delivery, too short. Plenty of time to pull it away, way down towards the boundary. It's a fast outfield. It's gone for Paul.
Well, that's a good shot from Marvin Adapadu. I think he shows his class in that shot. He's got all the time to pick a gap. Gets back.
Go,
Picks it well. Against the spin, places it in the gap. Doesn't force it. So you get back and...
Fine shot. Over pitched. He was given the room, but he played it nicely. Good stride forward, and he found the gap on the offside. So boundary to end the over, 167 for 3. Fine shot to end last over from Paul Adams. Now the Sri Lankans employing the right tactics, being patient against Adams. Every now and then you see a loose delivery on offer that could be hit to the boundary. Not so much in the case of Nicky Boyer. Boyer definitely having more control.
Sangakkara, he seized on every opportunity to pick up runs. There's never been afraid to use his feet or get up to the pitch of it. And that again, a full flow of the bat. And the ball just speeding to the boundary.
That's a lovely shot from Sangakkara. Good, positive strike. Good use of his feet on that occasion. And it'll be interesting to see if this ball's gone all the way. 4 signal, so 1 bounce over the rope.
It's nice to see Sangakkara showing aggression whenever the ball's been given here, and his focus has always been very positive.
Very optimistic, Ranjit.
I'm sure from a Sri Lankan point of view, that's what they would want.
That's the second time he's done that. This time he'll get 4. Just for a moment I thought that would be 6, but once again it's bounced just inside the rope. Correct decision by the umpire. Sangakkara here, very confident with his footwork.
This really is Sangakkara's backyard. He's played many an innings here for a number of years for his school, and treating the South African bowling in that fashion. Plays for the Nondistrict Cricket Club in Colombo. It's been quite an impressive first year for Sangakkara in big-time cricket.
Wanting the single sent back.
It would seem that the Sri Lankans are now looking to take charge. Seem to be having not as much difficulty in getting the South African bowling away, and there is a suspicion that the South African bowling is slacking a bit now. The spinners not getting as much bite.
Now a chance of a run out here. Sangakkara is gone. So the second run out of the Sri Lankan innings. Mackenzie was the fielder, and it was a very good throw to the bowler's end.
Once again, a very big mix-up for the Sri Lankans. Sangakkara taking off from the non-striker's end, but Mackenzie, he was onto it very quickly. Mavanatapattu really didn't respond at all, and there you are. That's Paul Adams, instrumental in that second run out, knocking the stumps down, and that again a very sad ending for Sangakkara. He's run out. Sri Lanka lose their 4th wicket for 182.
So Arjuna Ranatunga comes out for his final test match here in Kandy. 92 test matches for him. Close to 5,000 runs in the game. He's been around for a long time, close to a couple of decades. 135 against Pakistan is best. But he'll be under some pressure here because South Africa are hanging in this test match. There's no doubt about that. This is the last man to go. Second run out of the Sri Lankan innings. Again, a big mix-up here. Sangakkara was wanting the single. Atapadu started. And really no call there. Remember that Sri Lanka have to bat last on this surface. Loose delivery and put away. That was a gift for Atapadu. 191 for 4.
Deliveries like that always relieves the pressure, and the Atapadu making full use of that one. Just a lob full toss.
There's no third man, so the first boundary after tea. And a quite deliberate shot played there by Mavanatapattu.
Steered well by Mavanatapattu, a bit wide of him. He really waited on that, didn't try to hit it too hard, just glided, opened the bat at the right time.
Yes, he's just used the bowler's pace here.
Down there in the boundary, see a very strong offside field because he's going to take it away from the left hand, Lance Cruz now. Nicely forward, right over it. Nice soft hands there.
That's in the air, but in the gap as well. Cracking shot to get his first boundary. 208 for 4.
Arjuna Ranatunga right through it. Nice timing right from the center of the bat there. It was in the air for a while. Right into space and all the way down to the line. So Arjuna Ranatunga having the width there. Lovely timing right from the middle of the bat. Struck it well. It's in the width, going through with it. Right into the gap, all the way down to the line.
To Sapish, but it came right off the meat of the bat. That's a cracking shot. That's a superb square cut. That takes him into the 90s.
Really haven't seen Mavanatapattu go right through with the stroke, but on that occasion, the ball coming on much quicker from Nanti Hayward. And the full swing, the typical Mavanatapattu square cut.
Yes, it didn't take him long to come down the track and hit his first six. That's a typical Ranatunga blow. Little bit of extra air from Nicky Boy and the right use of his feet.
In that area, went right through with it. Quick stride onto that one and right over the long on boundary.
Well, one was wondering how long will Ranatunga be patient with the field up. Took him 3 balls and then the 6. He was being pegged down before that. This is what happened to the ball before. Ball almost rolling back onto the stumps.
There's a short delivery, pulled away nicely. That'll go for 4. That's a lovely shot by Arjuna Ranatunga. Into position nice and early. Pollock getting a bit carried away with the short delivery. It's got to be a surprise weapon. And he's dispatched that one away to the boundary for 4. Very well played.
That displays the arrogance of the man Ranatunga, not to be inhibited by the short one. As soon as he gets the opportunity, he puts it away. Just look at the concentration, eyes all glued onto that ball.
Ranjan, you keep using this word arrogance. You mean that in the nicest possible way, don't you? I mean, he's an aloof sort of character and a cool customer. Oh, that's well played. It's running away down towards the boundary, and that'll go for 4 as well. Another very good shot, and that brings up the 50 partnership. We'll come back to the question I asked Ranjan in a minute, because it's the end of the over. Fruitful over off Pollock, 232 for 4.
Just only coming back to that question of the point about Ranatunga's arrogance. That's really one of the qualities I admire about him. He's nice and calm with the people who are meek and humble, and very arrogant with those who take him on.
So now with the new ball, we're going to see a bit of Hayward here. 13 overs, 1 for 22. Around the world, there are quite a few cricketers who know they've been in a battle when they've done battle with Arjuna. Got that one away fine. And will this one get to the boundary, or will it get cut off? I think it'll probably get cut off down there. No, it's not for. Well, when things go badly, they really start to go really badly. And there was an example. Very fast now. The runs are being piled on, and they're getting closer to the South African total. Have a look at this one. A deflection off the pad, the thigh pad. And well, Mackenzie looked as if he was going to get that one covered easy, but at the end of the day, while he got there, he didn't quite manage to get his hand flickered back, which was the intention. The odd 383. Oh, he's gone for the hook shot. This could be out. No, it won't be. It'll carry way down the ground. Well, that's just a little bit lucky there. Top edge, genuine top edge, way over the top of the wicketkeeper and the slip fieldsman, and down to the boundary. Just as I looked down, that ball was coming towards us. It looked as if Cullinan had it covered. Watch this.
Rather uncharacteristic of Mavanatapattu. He'd not really taken the bowlers on, and that short one, his feet nowhere in position, and the ball ending up at deep third man area.
Yes, the point I was making when he played that shot is that if they get a decent enough lead here, it's just feasible that Sri Lanka could win this test match by an innings as well. Straight down the ground, past the stumps at the far end, not quite off the middle of the bat. Back for the second, Arjuna Ranatunga clearly giving the message to Marvin Adapatu there that 2 was enough.
Ranatunga, he's a campaigner who's gone through all that, and he's not prepared to be run out at this stage. But Adapatu, who's played so very well in that region.
Marvin Adapatu, 98 not out. So far he's made 4 test centuries. A little bit of a discussion between Sean Pollock and one of his players down at the far end of the ground. Looks as if, who's that? Is that Mackenzie who's trotting away to his position now? Looks as if they've decided to have a go at Arjuna Ranatunga. Ricky Baye is the man who's moved into position. They've got a man back behind square. Adams has been told to drop back a bit. This is Hayward. Oh, and there goes the pull shot. It's in the air, and it's gone for 4. They need a good fieldsman down there. You need a top fieldsman. You're going to bowl short to Arjuna Ranatunga. He plays the pull shot well, and that was an example of it.
Yes, Tony, it's really the example of the arrogance I've been talking about. He was the challenge was on. There was a man placed at square leg, and he just took it on, and just went over Paul Adams, but 4 runs written all over it.
Right, will he be going to do it again? He's only been out in the 90s once. Here he goes now. He's on strike. He needs 2 for 100. There's the short below. He's hit it away down to the boundary for 4. That's a century to Marvin Adapatu. He was always going to be the danger man for South Africa. He's got a wonderful technique. He's put that technique into play today, and slowly but surely he's taken the Sri Lankan batting lineup to 250, and in so doing he's made his 5th century in Test match cricket. Well played, Marvin Adapatu.
Standing ovation for Adapatu. The crowd absolutely jubilant, and a superb innings. That really was the manner in which he made it. Short delivery from Hayward, put away. That's how we got to this 100. Just dribbling away and putting it away off on his toes. A very fine innings.
Yes, that is nicely played away. Short delivery. He doesn't mind playing that pull shot. So there we are, 102. 12 fours. What you need when your backs are to the wall, when you're trying to get yourselves a lead, especially when your captain has won the toss and he's decided to field first on a pitch which is dry, you need a batsman like Marvin Adapatu who's going to come out and make a big score for you. Well, he's done that. He's scored a lot of runs on this ground, and well, he's got an incredible average. Pitched up on the leg side, flicked away for 4. He loves them in that area. Absolutely adores it there, and of course that shot, I think, tells that story. Sean Pollock knows that's not the place to bowl. Certainly not to Arjuna Ranatunga. Just watch how he dispatches this one. He's into position beautifully, and well, the face of the bat just gets that one away on the leg side for 4.
And he certainly is in full flow, Ranatunga.
And it's shots like that that have been played at regular intervals by Marvin Adapatu. Cracking shot off the back foot. 260 for 4. A tremendous shot to end the last over here. Standing up tall and smashing it past point.
You look at that shot. He won.
Oh, and he's toppled it. That's not it. Hello and welcome to the Asgiria Stadium here in Kandy for highlights of day 3 in this very important test match. This is the second one of the Singer Test series between South Africa and Sri Lanka. At the end of day 2, it was Sri Lanka who were holding the upper hand. They were 7 runs ahead, they had 6 wickets in hand. That's after South Africa were dismissed for 253 in their first innings. Boucher making 60, Klusner very good 118 not out. His third in test match cricket. Dharmasena there 3 for 58. Chandana picking up 2 wickets and Muralidharan, who could be the danger man in the second innings, 2 for 95. Sri Lanka in reply, 260 for 4. Marvan Atapattu continuing his good run of form, excellent innings, 107 not out, and Ranatunga giving him good company there towards the end of the day's play, 34 not outs. So play about to start here. Let's join the action. It's the third over of the day. Nanti Hayward on his way to Marvan Atapattu.
Consistency in terms of his action. It's a better delivery, just going down the leg side. Well, that's a lovely shot through the offside field. So the first attacking blow has been implemented by Arjuna Ranatunga through the offside field for 4.
It was nicely played by Ranatunga, once again beating the infield. A little bit of a slice, but hitting it on the meat of the bat. I'm going to show that he's certainly made his mind up to play his shots earlier on.
Cut away nicely, that's flying away to the boundary, 4 runs, lovely cut shot from Marvan Atapattu. He's played perhaps 10 or 12 of those cut shots during this innings of his, which, well, it's now gone to 114 not out. Lovely shot, short outside off stump, he loves them there.
This really has been Atapattu's strength. As soon as something's short with a little bit of width and needs to be punished, he treats it with a great deal of contempt.
Let this upset him. Good shot through the onside, not very well bowled by Pollock, just a little bit too straight. The ball running away down towards the boundary. Will it reach the fence? Yes, it will. Another 4. Well, these runs are being piled on. That partnership now has moved up to 98.
That again was crisply played by Atapattu. Just waited on it and whipped it on the onside. And you could see Sean Pollock, he's not happy at all. Timing again, absolutely precise.
4s and a 6 in his innings so far. Oh, there's a good cut shot. That's down to the boundary for 4 as well. A couple of boundaries to Arjuna Ranatunga so far this morning, and that 4, well, it's brought a smile to the face of some of his fans out there, but it's taken his score to 45.
Ranatunga doesn't he play that well, playing in front of the wicket, and it's perfectly timed.
First policeman.
He's on his toes, and there she goes. This partnership now reached its 100th mark, and a very useful one for Sri Lanka at a crucial time in their innings.
Oh, and that's a big shot for LBW, and yes, the finger's gone up. In fact, is it LBW or was it caught behind? I think it was LBW. The appeal was nice and positive. Pollock is celebrating, and that's the end of a magnificent performance by Marvan Atapattu. Marvan Atapattu eventually out LBW to the bowling of Pollock for 120. Let's see where this one pitches. It nips back and hits him just above the roll, and probably just on line with off stump. I don't think he quite got outside the line there, given out LBW. And Sean Pollock celebrating there as that innings comes to an end. Marvan Atapattu, 120 LBW bowled Pollock. Sri Lanka now 286 for 5. So Kumar Dharmasena is the new batsman, an average of 21. And well, he's a bit of a bowling all-rounder these days. He's capable of making some runs, certainly capable of nuisance value down the order. Dharmasena, Chandana and Vas all have that attribute. The replays here are going to be quite interesting. The use of the mat, I think, will establish that he didn't quite get himself outside the line. But let's have a look at the height first of all. Let's see if we can pick up here exactly how high the ball was. There it is. It's bouncing, and then it starts to level out. Now he's just over the front crease there, and it's hit him Well, it's hit him about 2 inches below the height of the stumps. Here we go again. This is from outside off stump. Well, there we are. That one shows that it hits him just in line with off stump.
Leg stump there.
Masena has joined Ranatunga, and Ranatunga once again looking in fluent touch here. Played some positive shots, good square cut. And to be honest, Alia, this is the best I've seen Arjuna batting this season.
Yes, he's been flowing freely. I think the fact that he's also announced his retirement, no pressure, give him the ability to go and just bat out there.
That's edged over second slip. 50 for Arjuna Ranatunga. This has been a very good innings. That last shot may have been streaky, but they say when you flash hard. Good applause for a very fine cricketer.
Fantastic knock here. Arjuna Ranatunga flashing in that, going right through with the swing of the bat and flying over the slips, bringing up his half century. Important half century, the factor of the context of the game as well.
I like his attitude in this innings. He's been very positive from the outset. Tremendous blow. No fast bowler would like that. He's hammered that off the back foot, Ranatunga.
That's been his mindset from the time he came in. Very positive. It was up there, going under it, crashing it over mid-off, right down to the mid-off boundary.
Just goes to show how confident he is in this innings. Just seems to have that extra bit of time on his hand. This is a shot you don't see too often. Looking for the pull here, but I think the ball has bounced too much. No. Darrell Harper took a long, hard look and has ruled in favour of the bowler here. I just get the feeling that Arjuna Ranatunga might be a little unlucky, but we'll have to take another look. So fine innings has come to an end. Yes, I think he'll be very disappointed. That would have gone a good 3 or 4 inches on top of the middle stump.
So Arjuna Ranatunga, we're not too happy with that when he sees the replay. Darrell Harper took his time on it and ruled him out LBW.
Well, the umpiring has been below par in this test match. Darrell Harper has joined the act. 296 for 6. Welcome back. Chaminda Vas comes out to the centre. Good innings in the last test match in Gaul. He got a half century there.
Leg stump there. Leg stump.
Sri Lanka have lost their second wicket this morning. Nearing 1,000 runs in test match cricket. He's already got over 100 wickets. But he replaces another left-hander.
Come over, buddy.
Now Hayward's bowling round the wicket. Now take a look at this. When the ball strikes him, it's already a good 2 inches over the stumps. And the ball still has a good 3.5 foot to travel. It will be very difficult to convince me, Salia, that that would have hit the stumps. To say Arjuna Ranatunga is a little unfortunate would be an understatement. Slower delivery, well adjusted by Bas. The 300 coming up for Sri Lanka with that single.
Back there, it was going around the seam. Chaminda was seeing it, getting the bat down nicely on it, getting into space and moving across.
Edged and taken by Boucher. Good delivery from Pollock. Dharmasena was fending at it. Boucher behind the stumps has made no mistake. So South Africa having a good morning here. They picked up their 3rd wicket. And Sri Lanka have lost their 7th.
Good delivery to the low order batsman. Not too comfortable with the short delivery. It's a perfect short delivery right up there in the chest area, directed at the batsman. And Boucher watching it all the way. It was dying on him. Dharmasena gone for 3. Sri Lanka 300 for 7.
So Upul Chandana comes out to the centre, 27 years of age. High score of 28 against Pakistan. He'll be looking to try and stretch the Sri Lankan lead. Thermosena, the last man to be dismissed, fending at that one, and Mark Boucher making no mistake. Good delivery from Pollock. He's bowled well this morning. He's worked up a good rhythm, bowled a good line. Getting the extra bounce on this occasion.
Out of field, but that impact would have been outside leg stump. For the wicket to the left-hander. Further into the left-hander as well.
It's pitched outside and would have been missing leg stump. That's taken by Rhodes. So the good morning continuing here for the South Africans. Pollock has picked up yet another wicket, third of the morning so far. And Chaminda Vas on that occasion just playing a little too early.
Pushing and then continuing with the bottom hand. He is made to reach for it. And Jonty Rhodes very comfortably catching that at the record of cover.
It's the ball just topping on Vas. He played early. He found Rhodes at a point. So Sri Lanka have lost another wicket, 3-0-3 for 8. So Nuwan Zoysa comes out to the middle. Wickets tumbling here this morning. The last 6 overs, 17 runs have been scored. 4 wickets have been taken by the South Africans. And Zoysa scored 136 runs in his Test career, 26 against Pakistan's best. Anyway, if he can get anywhere close to that 26, that will be very handy on the surface. This is the last man to be dismissed.
Was topping on Chaminda Vas, as Ravi Shastri said, and was continuing with the shot. And so well watched, easy, comfortable catch for Jonty Rhodes.
That's wrapped on the pads. This is going to be a very close shot. Obviously, umpire Gamni Silva reckoning that the ball would have missed leg stump. Interesting to see where it pitched to.
With a swing for Sean Pollock here into the left-hander, and it was going down the leg side as well. Hit outside the pitch outside the line, and going further to the bucket
At the moment, which is a little bit lethargic. Let's bowl him. Neck and crop. Pitched up, hit middle and leg. End of Zoysa.
So the South Africans continuing their successful way in picking up wickets. Jacques Trellis obliging, nice in-swinger to Soiza. You can see that he's playing way ahead of his crease and right through the gate. And Soiza goes rather soft dismissal. Soiza walks back, bowled by Callis. Sri Lanka lost their 9th wicket, 308.
Matai Muralidharan, he's into bat, averaging 13. He's facing Callis. Pushes forward tentatively outside the off. Ranjit, you've watched him bat all over the world now, and we know how he's going to play.
There's just one way he could play, Muralidharan, and that's how Nuwan Soiza went, right through the gate. Bit of an extravagant looking shot, and Callis, he has obliged. Nice delivery moving into him.
So Jacques Callis to Muralidharan. And he's bowled him. Ball's on the Piccadilly line and he's played down the Waterloo line. Straight on the off stump. That's bowled. Well, Sri Lanka all out for 310 now. The last 6 wickets have fallen for 22 runs. This is the way Zoysa got out. Bowled by Callis. Straight delivery. And Muralidharan came next. He just pushed forward, pushed down the wrong line, hit off stump in the end of the innings.
Yes, Muralidharan, he played in for a movement that wasn't there, and he's gone for a duck. So the Sri Lankan tail has caved in, and it's been a very good performance by the South Africans this morning, just giving Sri Lanka a lead of 55.
This is the last wicket to go down. Callis just shapes it away, nicks the off stump. Muralidharan playing down the wrong line, as we said. That ended the innings. Jacques Callis picked up 2, came on to bowl 1 over and picked up 2 wickets. That'll be a happy change room, no doubt.
So South Africa doing extremely well here this morning to bowl out Sri Lanka for 308. Marvin Padu out for 120. Ranatunga, he got a rough decision. He was out for 54, but good performance by the South Africans there. No real partnership going for the Sri Lankans this morning. 104, the highest of the innings between Atapattu and Ranatunga. But the South African bowlers skittling the tail very quickly. As many as 6 bowlers, in fact 7 bowlers used by Sean Pollock. He bowled well today. He worked up a good rhythm, bowled a good line and ended up with figures of 3 for 83. Callis picked up 2 wickets as well. So that's how the match stands at this stage. 253 all out in the first innings, South Africa. In their second innings, they will start now. They're 55 runs behind.
The Vosk leering at him. That's a good shot. Very well played. He's beaten the outstretched arm there of Jaisaria, and that's gone to the boundary for 4. So into the fence for 4, the first 4 of the innings.
2 good deliveries by Chaminda Vas, and then the pressure taken off by Gary Kirsten. Nice long stride there. And nice flow off the bat, getting the placement right. Ball running all the way down to the extra cover boundary. Quickly onto that one.
Bowled him, he's clean bowled him. That's hit the top of off stump. Beautifully bowled by Nuwan Zoysa. Well, he's been concentrating on that area just outside off stump. I'm not too sure that that was a very good shot, actually. I think that Mackenzie's bat was all over the place. The ball seemed to me to pitch around about middle stump. It seemed to be going straight in the direction of off stump, and for some reason he missed it. Let's see if there's something here that we didn't pick up. There it is, pitches and goes across. Look how he opens the face of the bat. That's a really ordinary shot. For some reason he must have thought that was going to miss off stump.
I think he was going to leave it. He saw it angling, but he didn't do as much as Mackenzie would have expected it. Left it, he didn't play at it. Gone for 1. South Africa 10 for 1.
Callis is the new batsman. He's averaging 42. He's going to want to get out there and make some runs here today, because he's one of the senior players in this side, one of the more talented players, but he is having trouble with off spinners. It might be that Murali's into the attack sooner rather than later. Zoysa continuing. Zoysa causing all sorts of troubles for Mackenzie. Got him out in the first innings, clean bowled him in the second innings. Mackenzie seems to have a bit of problems picking the line of Zoysa. Watch his bat here. This is the thing to look out for. He's almost purposely taking his bat out of the way of that one and allowing it, as he opens the face of the bat there, to hit the top of off stump. Yes, he won't enjoy watching that replay. There can be no doubt about that. You really have to present the face of the bat. That's very well played. Beautifully hit down the ground, slightly over pitched now. He knew exactly where that one was. You don't have to hit them too hard here for them to go for 4. This is a very fast outfield, and so Callis is off the mark with a lovely straight drive. That's the end of the over. Successful one for Zoysa, 14 for 1. Yes, there's the drive again. Have a look at the straightness of that bat. That was a beautiful straight drive, really was. No, he's responded well. Not a great delivery to follow up with. Over pitched on off stump, and that was flayed away through the offside field for 4. Nice shot.
Good reply by Jacques Callis. Bit of a nasty delivery in the previous, rearing up from that wicket. Another occasion nicely presented with a nice half volley. Would have been quite comfortable with that one and quite happy to dispatch that right down to the boundary. So it's a not putting on the pressure after that hit in the arm by Jack Callis, taking the pressure, gifting a boundary.
That's well played, and oh well, I think the fieldsman there fell in behind that one. That's where the South Africans are so good. There would have definitely been a dive. At the end of the day, it was pretty well fielded down on the boundary there by Marvin Adeparu. But it just seemed that he was very quick to fall in behind that one.
All important runs here. Steve pitch straight off. And Marvin Adeparu just pulling it back. Yeah, but opportunity earlier on to dive and stop it off. Saving one run.
Good shot from Callis. That's cleared the boundary quite comfortably. Plenty of bat on it. Excellent footwork. So the pressure on Dharmasena.
Well, really good cricket from Jacques Callis. This is what I expected him to do. Take it to the bowlers. A good 60 or 70 here now, putting pressure on the bowlers could change this whole test match, Ravi.
Absolutely, and especially if South Africa go ahead by 150, 160, they might just have a better attack. Good use of his feet. Excellent shot from Callis there to end the over. Everything right about that shot. 33 for 1.
Well, the last delivery from Muralidharan, Callis down the wicket, and he hit it cleanly, straight past the bowler.
Yes, any youngsters watching, this is the way to get down the track to a turning ball. Got so close to the pitch of it, head right on top of it. He's bowled him here. Thurston will be disappointed because it's poor shot selection. He's looked for the cut here. He didn't get the room, and he's dragged that back onto the stumps. And Sri Lanka picked up their second wicket.
Well, this is a big wicket for Sri Lanka. Gary Kirsten. The ball skids straight on. You go back at your peril to try and cut the slider. And Kirsten, as you said, Ravi, poor shot selection. 5 minutes to lunch. Gary Kirsten out for 13. South Africa now 37 for 2.
23 years of age, over 3,700 runs and a very good average, 44.1, 11 hundreds, most number of hundreds by a South African player.
Bowling.
Daryl Cullinan, he made 100 in the first set, so he's had a long look at him. That's the delivery to Callis, to Kirsten. Over the top spinner, carries on with the arm. Kirsten not picking it.
When you've got the facility, use it. Well, that one's beautifully played away, right underneath it, over the top for 6. That's a lovely shot. Well, it's shots like that that relieve the pressure, and shots like that that can in fact turn this test match right off the middle of the bat for 6. That's the end of the over. It's now 50 for 2. A fielder with his hand or arm, provided that the ball is held. That's out. Well, there we go. That's a big wicket. Muralidharan again striking. You don't need any arms or bails or stumps here with Muralidharan around. At the end of the day, he's going to provide a real nuisance value. Cullinan out bowled for 6. This is how it happened. Have a look at it again. This ball pitching outside off stump, spinning back in, and he was trying to heave it away again. The defences, as we were saying, weren't in place there. Had that hit his back leg, it would have been outside the line. It ended up bowling him out, and so that's the end of a very important wicket. Daryl Cullinan out for 6. South Africa now 50 for 3. Jonty Rhodes has got to play a very important role here now if he wants to get South Africa out of this. They're in trouble now. I've got the feeling that things are starting to move against them. When you get a player of the class of Cullinan out, of course Jonty Rhodes arrives at the crease with quite a pedigree. However, wickets are falling here, and this was a very important one. Muralidharan now has 1 for 12.
Cullinan gets into line, doesn't get line enough to get that back leg in the way, and it was a little bit too full for that shot.
That's nicely played. If you get right to the pitch of the ball, you can drive it square on the offside. That'll go for 4. That's a bit of timing by Jonty Rhodes. He really did make sure he was right over the top of that one and opened the face right at the last minute. Just watch this.
Yes, Jonty Rhodes to the pitch, opens the face. But the most important thing is he put away the bad ball. It was over-pitched and wide. It will relieve the pressure. Put the pressure back onto the spin bowler.
So the allowance is there for a bad delivery that's short and wide. Lovely shot. That's a tremendous blow from Callis.
That's the type of use of feet that would succeed on this pitch. As soon as Upul Chandra gave it a little bit of air, Callis not afraid to come down the wicket and hit it inside out with the spin and into the vacant area. So this would create a few problems for the Sri Lankans.
It's nicely played away on the onside. This will probably end up getting Jawardena down there. Does the fielding. In comes his throw, and oh, that would have been quite close. Jonty Rhodes once again diving in down at the far end. Direct hit might have been interesting. It's 89 for 3. Yes, this is the full toss which Rhodes played away on the onside pretty comfortably. He was always looking for 3. Back he comes, and you see him looking and decide, yes, I want one there, and that one came in pretty close to the stumps, and he decided to dive just to make sure. Good throw actually from Jawardena. Well, that's a half century to Callis. That brings up his 50. And I've got to say that he's played very well. It's been a solid effort by Callis today, and while he'd be happy with a 50, he'd know that what is required here is a century.
So very good job by Jack Callis. Taken on the responsibility, brought out his full prowess here, batted well.
There's that sweep shot in the air, one bounce to the fieldsman. Oh, and there's a misfield. Well, it's very seldom that you see Upul Chandra get it wrong in the field. I think initially he was thinking about trying to come forward and make a catch there, and then he got a baddish bounce at the end.
Yes, really coming forward to it and then not in a position to try and adjust. He's rushing forward. Also a bit of spin and the ball going away from Upul Chandra.
That's a fine shot. And even though the fielder at mid-off got some hands to it, the ball still races across the boundary line. Surya isn't happy. Dharmasena was the fielder.
Well, this is a quality shot from Callis. Gives himself room at the last minute. Plays with the spin. Places it there.
Full toss and hammered away by Jonty Rhodes. Have to wait here for the umpire signal if it's a 4 or a 6. But he got plenty of bat on it. 6 signal.
Well, this is a very rare delivery from Muralitharan. Full toss, and Rhodes has climbed into that. It's gone way over. I don't know what the waiting was for. Pretty easy to see. Make sure he stays intact.
That's powered away over mid-off. One bounce over the rope. So Callis here taking to Jayasuriya. And Simcox was mentioning that he's beginning to get a little impatient. Good use of his feet on this occasion.
That's a better shot coming forward, heading through the line. There's nobody back. There's no future in going back to cut there, Robbie.
Yes, he is a much better looking player when he's driving down the ground.
He's bowled 3 overs. He's gone for 15. So he hasn't really done his job yet.
And I think he's got it here now. The finger goes up. Rhodes is out. He's not happy. He's very disappointed, but a lucky breakthrough here for the Sri Lankans just before tea.
Jonty Rhodes goes on the sweep. I'm not convinced he hit it. He's hit his pad, it's gone up. And the wicketkeeper's gone absolutely crazy. Well, difficult for us to see from that angle. But he's out for 33, and South Africa are now 121 for 4.
So Lance Kloosner, the century maker of the first innings, comes out to bat with just a few minutes to go for tea. Excellent innings in the first innings. He got his third test match 100. He's had a good run of late with the bat. And he's replaced Jonty Rhodes, so an important partnership broken here by the Sri Lankans. Rhodes wasn't happy. And you can see why. I just get the feeling that the bat has hit the toe. That's where the noise was. He can't be out leg before. The only other chance was the ball taking the back of the bat before going up.
Yes, clearly you see Jonty Rhodes hitting his toe there, and that's exactly what happened, that double noise. He didn't hit it.
For this one, a finger goes up. Kloosner is not happy. Jayasuriya struck once again. He's making the batsman drive to extra cover. We'll have to take another look at this. Kloosner just cannot believe his luck here.
Yes, Kloosner certainly not happy. Extravagant shot though, and good take by wicketkeeper Sangakkara. Let's have a look at it. Difficult to tell, but the Sri Lankans all went up in unison.
Seemed a definite noise there. Now we'll have to try and pick up what that noise was, because the bat was the closest to the ball. Kloosner's gone for 4, 128 for 5. So Mark Boucher comes out to the middle.
Bowling.
Played extremely well in the first innings. Jayasuriya's picked up another wicket here for the Sri Lankans, 128 for 5. The last man to go was Kloosner. Sangakkara went up straight away, as did Jayasuriya, as did the finger of umpire Daryl Harper. Kloosner was not happy with the decision. That's a good shot of the back foot by Boucher. He'll get a boundary for it.
Boucher once again, good use of the feet, getting behind it and punching it into the gap. And Boucher, this is why he's not easy to bowl at. Moves around on the crease, and he gets away.
Yes.
And once again put away, short, and it gets the treatment. Sure signs that Jayasuriya is tiring a bit.
Well, that a poor delivery by Jayasuriya. Loves Boucher to just crack him away on the offside. Very short. That relieves the pressure. Sri Lankans need to keep it tight, and 2 useful runs turning out to be a productive over for South Africa.
Yeah, you got it spot on. It is difficult to pick as the ball gets older.
Well, that's pulled away over the top. Is it? No, this could be out. I think this is going to be out. Yes, he's got him. That's the end of Boucher. Well taken by Marvin Underpatu. Boucher going for the sweep shot again. And unfortunate for him, he didn't get onto it. Had he got onto it, it would probably have gone for 6. He plays that shot so often. I was just standing up just before coming on air thinking how well he plays it. Well, this was a slightly different one. He was trying to play this a little squarer, got underneath it, and it was nicely taken.
Well, for me, all credit to Mutai Mudalithran. He bowled the straighter delivery. That's the reason why he couldn't get around to sweep it with the spin. Got the top edge. That's the end of Boucher. 15, South Africa now 153 for 6.
Why nothing? Huh?
So Sean Pollock is the new batsman, 27 years of age and average of 28, although against spin, I can assure you that he hasn't averaged 28. He's struggled against the spinners here. He's a bit of a lunger. This will be a big challenge for him. It'll be interesting to see if he's got a bit of a plan. I think Sean Pollock could do worse than actually go over the top a few times here. I think that if he keeps just pushing forward, prodding, I think that he may well be out before he can make much of an effort. That's a beautiful delivery as well. That's the other ball too, and Callis didn't pick that. I really do think that he's bowling well here. This is the wicket again. Here's the delivery, and underneath it he goes high in the air. Good catch by Marvin Adapadu. Look how he gets himself positioned perfectly. Never took his eye off the ball. Nicely taken, Marvin Adapadu. One chipped away on the onside, actually nicely timed. He's got that one away, and that will probably get down to the boundary for
Mila!
He's got himself 4 there. Uppishly played through the onside field, but you did right about his ability to strike the ball. When I first saw him playing, I thought, well, this is a superb cricketer. That one was a full toss. He chipped it away on the onside into the gap. Nicely played, so he's a crisp hitter of the ball.
But even in playing that shot, he's just got to concentrate on his own batting. A full toss, and that's put away. Those runs are valuable.
Yes, this is the sort of bowling that could result in the captain actually taking himself off. He's obviously having a bit of trouble gripping the ball at the moment. Lead at the moment, 110. And that's more like it. That's the shot we want to see him play. Way over the top for 6. Here, I think Sean Pollock, perhaps against everyone, bar Muralidharan's got to play like that. That was a beautiful hit. A lovely, crisp, clean hit we know he's capable of. 171 for 6. Let's have a look at this shot again. Beautifully played. And that's what he's got to do. He's got to pick his bowler. That's all he's got to be careful of. I'd like to see him stay away, if possible, from Thai Muralidharan.
Edged and taken. Sean Pollock is dismissed here. Good sharp catch by Sangakkara. Chamendra Vas has done the trick for the Sri Lankans. The 7th wicket goes down for South Africa.
Bit of swing there for Chamendra Vas, hitting the deck and going away. Sean Pollock, who was doing a very good job, just parrying at that one outside the off stump. Almost a nothing shot, not a defensive stroke, not a attacking stroke. Disappointed with himself. Gone for 20. South Africa 186 for 7.
Nicky Boye comes out to the centre. He's on a king pair in this innings. 85 against India is highest. He was dismissed of the first ball in the first innings, and he's here because Pollock was dismissed. He'll be very disappointed with the shot. More a one-day shot. And he's done well to keep that one out. Good in-swinging Yorker to the left-hander.
A bit of swing there for Chamendra Vas, and right up on the spot there. Nicky Boye doing a good job digging that one out, watching it all the way through.
Yes, he's just getting a little bit of reverse swing here, Chamendra Vas.
See the dismissal of Sean Pollock. Almost a nothing shot, trying to force it. And that guy's Muralidharan gets Jack Callis spinning right round him and getting the leg stump. Sri Lankans here, after a dismissal of Pollock, getting Callis, all important wicket. Jack Callis gone for 87. That ball was short, spinning and taking the leg stump. He's gone for 87 after a fantastic effort. South Africa 186 for 8. So Nicky Boye out there. He's made his way through. Sorry, pardon me, Paul Adams out there. He's got an average of 6.1, best 29. Can get some runs for South Africa. Better on that 29, better be very useful. That edges and goes past between keeper and Arjuna Ranatunga. Just one brings Nicky Boye on strike. And to continue with the commentaries will be Tony Gregg and Ranjit Fernando.
Thanks very much, Salia. Yes, that one looked like a little inside edge onto the pad, and it went sneaking away. Right, the big wicket. Let's have another look at it. This is Mathai Muridiran. Short delivery, and really deserved to get smashed away to the square leg boundary for 4. Misread, really, by Callis, and the ball hit the top of the leg stump. So an unfortunate dismissal from South Africa's point of view. Oh, and he's got that one between the keeper and slip. Down to the boundary it goes for 4. Well, now then, did that carry or did he hit it into the ground? I suspect it was a chance. Went very quickly and very low.
Have to wait and see. No, it hit the ground, and even that attempt from Sangakkara was not good enough. But all those runs add up, and that's what South Africa is looking for. So the dust that's around there, of course, that's behind the crease, but all the same, that's really the texture of this pitch.
Oh, that's going to be quite close. That was the mystery ball. It was actually a leg break, and it was very close. He misread it, there's no doubt about that. But he got the benefit of the doubt here. This ball pitched on middle and straightened down the line. It would have been very, very close, no doubt. But he did come forward a long way. Let's see where it pitches. Did it pitch outside leg stump? Yep, just outside leg stump, and that's what saved the day. And I don't think it spun back enough in any event. He's got to get a bit closer to the stumps.
Got it.
So there is an indication there that as yet anyhow they haven't called play off for the day. But as I said, last time they did this, at around about the same time they actually did. They came back out after not too long and said, look, things are getting worse, and that was the end of that. So they'll take a reading now. Once they've established that reading, if it gets any worse, the chances are they'll call it off.
So South Africa ending the third day's play 192 for 8. They lost their openers early, Kirsten for 13, Mackenzie for 1, but Callis was the real star. Superb innings of 87. He was well supported by Rhodes, and in fact when that partnership was going on, it looked as if South Africa would push the Sri Lankans, but the Sri Lankans came back towards the end of the day's play. 71, the highest partnership of the innings between Callis and Rhodes. And it was Rhodes who was dismissed in controversial circumstances. After that, Klusner too got a pretty rough decision, and after that, one real partnership that helped South Africa was between Callis and Pollock. They added 33. The wicket shared by the Sri Lankan bowlers. Muralidharan once again the leading wicket takers, but he had to work hard to pick up those 3 wickets. 30 overs, 3 for 65. Dharmasena 1 for 42. Jayasuriya came in and broke up a very important partnership. 2 very important wickets there, 2 for 39 for him. Chandana, one thought, was a little underused. So that's how the match stands at this stage. 253 all out in their first innings, South Africa. Sri Lanka 308 all out. In the second innings, South Africa 192 for 8, and they're ahead by 137 runs. They've got 2 wickets in hand. So we've had a most eventful day of cricket here. This is the third day of the second test match. 14 wickets fell, and really on the 4th day both teams have a chance of winning the game. We hope you've enjoyed the entertainment today. We look forward to your company again tomorrow. Until then, from all of us here in Kandy, it's good night.
Oh, he's That's got him.
Asgiria Stadium here in Kandy for the 4th day's play in this, the second test match of the Singer Test series between Sri Lanka and South Africa. Many people believe that this could well be the last day of the second test match. This match is nicely poised at this stage. South Africa are 137 runs ahead, but they've got just 2 wickets in hand, and they would like to really ideally stretch this lead to around 175 or 180. From Sri Lanka's point of view, they'd like to wrap the South African innings as quickly as possible, and South Africa lead by 137 runs, and they must thank really Jack Cullis for that. He played beautifully yesterday for 87. So let's pick up the action now. It's the first over of the day. Uppul Chandana on his way to Nicky Boy. A reverse sweep attempted. They go for the quick single. The third umpire is called for. Chaminda Vas was the fielder. The throw was pretty good. Adams was running to the danger end.
Well, I think this is going to be tight. It's a good, quick, flat throw. Sangakkara took it well. And I think he's in. Adams did well. Good dive to get in.
What was required for the Sri Lankans here was a direct throw. A direct hit would have definitely had Adams in trouble. He's safely in here. Now this is going to be close. Once again, the third umpire called for. Muralidharan isn't happy. The throw was a little wide. The Sri Lankan captain was involved here.
Paul Adams goes back, just gets a bat on it, and he's on the back foot, so it's tough for him to run straight away. And Muralidharan, the throw's not close, and he knows that Adams is safely in here. Adams does well to get in.
Safely in. Once again, a direct hit or a better throw would have done the job for the Sri Lankans. Good stride forward, leaning into the shot, Nicky Boye. Very optimistic. Pressure has been applied on the umpires right through this test.
Yeah, just outside. Not playing a shot though.
And he's out there with Adams, Sonny Hayward to come. Well, that's well played, beautifully pulled away down to the boundary. That's much better. Nicky Boye onto the back foot there, pulls that one all the way along the ground to the mid-wicket boundary for 4.
Getting his placement right on that occasion. Rank shot ball from Muralidharan, getting the punishment. Quickly onto that one and all the way down. So ball getting what it deserved.
Both in our game. Well played. He's hit that through the offside field as well, and that'll go for 4, or will it? Yes, I think it will. It's a very fast outfield. Another boundary. That time it's Adams driving through the offside and collecting his second boundary.
Bit of extra there by Kumar Dharmasen, and Adams quickly onto that one. Getting the width. Nice, lovely cover drive. Any batsman will be quite proud of that shot by Paul Adams. All the way through, getting the placement correct as well.
Oh, good shot. Mid-off's back, so that'll be cut off. They'll come back for the second, though. It's just getting back to that interview scenario. One of the things that the Sri Lankans are very good at is making themselves available. Sean Pollock actually did make himself available last evening. It's down the wicket and over the top. Oh, he got his fingers to it. Murali nearly pulled off a blinder. Well, he was in the air. I reckon Murali, he's only a little guy. I reckon he got about a foot off the ground, got his fingers to it. Not just fingertips, by the way. Very nearly pulled off a sensational catch. Mind you, this was hit very hard. And have a look at him go in the air. Did you see Nicky Boye at the far end? He thought for a second it might be caught. He looked a little worried. Up she goes. Well, have a look at this. In the air he goes. And, well, just the fingertips. Good effort by Murali. Oh, well bowled. Right over the top of middle stump. That's very well bowled. Buys here, I'd say. Well, and he's coming back for another run. And, oh, now that would have been very close. I think, did he actually break the bails? Yes, he did. But he was a long way away from the stumps. Adams making a very late decision here, and Upul Chandran is a good fieldsman. Have a look where the keeper is. Players understand one thing: unless I am sure the batsman's out, he's going to be given not out. Oh, well played through the offside field again. Mathai Muralidharan going across to pick that one up. In comes his throw. You've got to be careful of him. He gets rid of the ball very quickly. 2 more runs to the total.
Growing confidence here. He's given a bit of width and length. Quickly onto that one. Not timing that as much as he would have liked to. Trying to hit it a bit too hard, but running well. Paul Adams quickly responding.
Okay,
Partnership moved on to 44.
Side, and oh, this is going to be close, and there's a fumble. That should have been a run out. That should have been a run out. I don't know really what Adams thought he was doing there. Why take this sort of chance? Charging down the far end, Boyer shakes his head. He had to go because it wasn't his call. Just watch this. It goes behind square. There's a deflection. He looks, and boy, Adams is gone. Had this hit the stumps, he was out for all money. Out by miles. In fact, it didn't need to be a direct hit. That was bad fielding.
Nicky Boyer quickly going right across. Bit surprised because Paul Adams had made the commitments. He was almost 3 caught away. And as Tony was saying, a poor return by the fielder. He would have had the time, the keeper right over the gloves and over the bails, and he would have gloved it and stumped him. But Chandana probably going for a direct hit. That was right off the middle of the bat, trying to guide it down to the mid-wicket region. A very good catch by Dilshan. Sri Lankans finally getting rid of Nicky Boyer, who defied him very well this morning. Right off the middle of the bat, keeping his eyes there, focused, and Dilshan takes a good catch. So Nicky Boyer go on for a very, very well compiled 27, a determined one. And the South Africans 231 for 9.
There was an element of restlessness in the Sri Lankans with that partnership. The Sri Lankans came in harboring hopes of early seeing off for the South Africans, but that was thrown out of the window.
Well, a big appeal. I think it pitched outside leg. Another desperate shot for an LBW. Umpire doesn't want anything of it.
Certainly did pitch outside leg stump, and the umpires have no respite at all. The Sri Lankans, they've been going up.
Well, that's going to be close. Yes, he hasn't played a shot. Straight delivery from Chandana, and that's the end of Haywood and the end of South Africa's innings.
That was an excellent delivery from Upul Chandana. Upul Chandana brought in late into the attack. He certainly a straighter delivery, and Haywood, no shot offered. That certainly was going straight. So the Sri Lankans have finally managed to get the South Africans all out. Haywood goes. He's gone for a duck. Of a good delivery from Upul Chandana.
So South Africa in their second innings, all out for 231. Callis, that's really the star player there, 87. Excellent innings from him on a wearing pitch. The ball was turning and bouncing, and then some useful contribution towards the end there. Boucher made 15, Pollock 20, but Boyd 27 and Adams 14. Those were really priceless runs. No real partnership in that South African innings. 71 the highest between Callis and Rhodes, and then towards the end that 45 between Boy and Adams. That could be extremely crucial in this test match. The Sri Lankan bowling, the wickets were shared. Muralidharan did not add to his overnight tally. 3 wickets for him for 76. Chandana, one thought, was under bowled, but he delivered the goods today. 2 for 21. And that's how the match stands at this stage. South Africa in the second innings all out for 231, which means that Sri Lanka need 177 runs to win the second test match.
And it's all systems go now. South Africans needing to bowl Sri Lanka out for less than 177. That's going to be close. Yes, that's our first ball. Sean Pollock is struck for South Africa.
We've really got an absolutely brilliant match on our hands here. Sean Pollock, a superb delivery that time, full length, hitting Marwan Athapaththu low down in front of the stumps, and just have a look at that. Yes, Marwan Athapaththu just doing a little bit to hit the leg stump.
Well, I don't think we can complain about that. It is hitting middle and leg, low down. Just unfortunate for Marvin. He actually missed the ball. That was really the problem. first ball, not easy. And he goes without a score. Sri Lanka now, 1 down, no run. And Russell Arnold is the man that's coming to bat. 26 years old, played 20 matches, 20 tests. He scored 917 at an average of 31. He's got 200. And he certainly didn't expect to be in here now.
It's a great start for South Africa, and a superb first delivery one could get from Sean Pollock.
Straight away, he's got the board going. Short delivery outside the off stump. And boy, how valuable are these runs to Sri Lanka.
A real entertaining stuff by Russell Arnold. Short with a little bit of width. And he's not going to stay around. It's nicely put away into the gap.
Yes, that's short and wide. Loosener from Pollock. He hasn't really found his length yet. Russell Arnold, competent player. This is the delivery that got the first wicket. No doubt about that.
Couldn't get anything better than that for a first delivery. See, Marvin Athapathu, no stride at all. In fact, moved that back foot back, and that was hitting middle and leg.
Coming over.
Son of Joe Surya, he's a top competitor. He'll play his shots, no doubt. South Africans have got a field placing of 2 slips in a gully. They've pushed Jonty Rhodes right back onto the fence. That's going to be close. Yes, he's got him. That's LBW. And Manantu Hayward is struck in his first delivery of the second innings. And the captain of Sri Lanka has gone for naught. Son of Joe Surya, LBW bowled Hayward.
And Nanti Haywood, he's taken a cue from his captain, Sean Pollock, and Sanat Jayasuriya wrapped right in front, going back. You could see him. There's no doubt that that was going to hit middle stump. A superb first delivery from Nanti Haywood, and up goes umpire Gamini Singhal's finger. Aren't the South Africans jubilant? You can see the jubilance on Nanti Haywood's face. And Sanat Jayasuriya, he walks back. Sri Lanka lose their second wicket for 5 runs.
And the new man in, Mahela Jayawardena, 23 years old.
1 leg.
Played a couple of tests, 23 of them. Averaging 42, he's got 300, quality player. Makes big scores when he gets in. And he's going to need to play one hell of an innings today, Ranjit.
Absolutely, a sensational start here by the South Africans. They've wrapped up the Sri Lankan openers, and Nanti Haywood, what a big wicket he's picked up. There you are. That's just, one might say, just marginally on, was it slightly outside leg stump? That's the question, Pat.
Yes, one has got to ask that question. It was very, very close. Did it pitch outside?
In fact, it did, but really the umpire, he wouldn't really have the benefit of that mat. That was, they were just halfway, the ball, part of it on the mat and part outside it.
And Jayawardena, he pushes it through to mid-wicket, gets off the mark, straight through the short legs' hands.
Going at Nanti.
So it's all happening here. Mahela Jayawardena is quickly off the mark.
1 leg, Russell.
But that went upishly past
Right over.
Silimidon.
Isn't it a tough chance? He really flew past that man there. Really an opportunity. You should catch those. Got to hit the chest or something. Manantu Hayward over pitches. Russell Arnold into line. Pushes down the ground. And can Pollock tag it down? Yes, he will. Pick up the 3.
Once again, nicely played by Russell Arnold, just leaning into it. He'll need to play a big innings.
Well, he hits the ball in the middle, but there's not too much feet movement there. He's playing from the crease. Nice and straight. That's the key.
Yes, Pat, I think this game really has swung from side to side, and the pendulum now slowly but surely moving towards South Africa. Sri Lanka need 168 and have lost 2 very important wickets, their openers.
he's nicked him off. He's caught it. Mark Bouch has got it. A real quick delivery. Mahela Jawadinas pushed it. It's a wide delivery. He could have left it. And South Africa have picked up the 3rd wicket. Well, high drama here.
Oh, very good delivery there from Lanty Haywood. Just outside off stump, rising, but a poor shot by Mahela Jawadinas, sparring at that one. The delivery should have left, and a simple catch to Mark Boucher. The South Africans, they aren't they jubilant, and Mahela Jawadinas, he goes, caught by Boucher off Haywood, and Sri Lanka are 3 down for just a mere 9 runs.
So the new man in, Kumar Sangakkara, he's only played 2 test matches, a young man, 22 years old, and he's kept wicket for a day. He's thought, well, I'll go back, put my pads on a bit later, have a cool drink, and suddenly he's facing Mananto Haywood running it at a decent pace.
That we seem to be getting very pessimistic for the Sri Lankans.
End of the over. Sri Lanka now 9 for 3.
And just see that one sparring at a poor shot, in fact, and Boucher, a good catch. It was flying, but he was going to tag on to that. And look at the jubilant look on Lanty Haywood's face.
Will be worried. And a good shot by Russell Arnold. Delivery's pitched full, opens the face. And that'll get 4 past Jonty Rhodes.
Once again, Arnold camping on that front foot, and fuller length delivery. Getting it away on that offside. Open spaces, the South Africans on the attack, and Sri Lankans making use of the opportunity.
It's picked away on the onside. There's no square leg. Might just reach the boundary. In fact, just stops inside the boundary line. 3 runs added to the score. (18 for 3). This is the pickup shot of the last ball of the previous over. That's nicely played from mid-wicket. Get 3 again, but I'm sure Callis won't mind the shot being played, because Arnold took it from the stumps.
Almost trying to play it with the swing. Be careful. It's from outside the off stump. Looking to come on the front foot. And just taking it across, playing right across the line.
(21 for 3). 11 overs have been bowled. Callis continuing, that's in the air, this is going to be caught, Haywood's underneath it, this is a wicket, yes, another wicket has fallen. Well, not a very good shot. Sangakkara playing across the line. It may have just stopped a little bit. The ball really went straight up in the air there. Haywood was underneath it. It was a pretty straightforward catch. They would have shot him if he'd have dropped it, I tell you that. Let's have another look at it. He played across the line, it went straight up. Did it puff? Yes, there was a little puff there, little puff. The ball stopped a bit. That's why you've got to play straight in situations like this. Taken by Haywood, another wicket has fallen, and well, I think this really does swing it now in favour of the South Africans. 21 for 4. Sangakkara out for 5. Arjuna Ranatunga, all of the experience in the world, arrives at the crease now, having announced his retirement from Test cricket, effective the end of the Test series. Almost 5,000 runs, 4 centuries, the best of 135. He's out there because Sangakkara played across the line, and it hit the front edge and went straight up in the air, and you'll see the jubilation here when this catch is taken. Nicely done, up she goes, and the celebration began. That's well played. Straight down the ground. That's the way you've got to play. You've got to hit the ball straight and listen to the cheers. Arjuna back for 2. Every single run is vital. This will be his way. Listen to the crowd. They're still saying, yeah, that's better. That's the way. Here's the front foot going over the front line. Quite a long way over the front line.
It's firmly played behind the bowler. And there's always going to be plenty of runs there. So Ranatunga is got into the act. Yes, a few partnerships here and there, and that's what to take the Sri Lankans closer to their target. And then the pressure would mount.
Oh, and an edge, slower delivery. He went after it. It didn't quite carry. Pollock's hands go up, but well fielded at the end of the day. That's the end of another good over from Pollock. He's getting tired now, 28 for 4. It's that slower delivery going across the left-hander, and this pitch stays down quite often, and that one really was never going to carry to second slip. The only way it could ever be caught was if the wicketkeeper had gone, but it was far too wide for him. That's well played, well bowled too. Right, just a little update for those of you who heard what we had to say about the police this morning, well, really last night, coming to the ground. We actually clarified that situation. Gulam Raja told us that there had been no official complaint from the South Africans, and it was all to do with those sponges. There was, he told us, some speculation in the South African dressing room that the same sort of sponging wasn't being used every night under the covers. It's played away into the gap. That's nicely played by Arjuna. Plays that pull shot well. He did yesterday, and he's decided to go for it again today. 2 runs. Yes, so as far as those sponges are concerned, there was some concern, and some discussions took place, and in the South African dressing room, that is, and he thought that there might have been a bit of a leak, and as a result of that leak, it may well have been that the match referee took an initiative to check. Well, that's exactly what happened. I went to talk to the match referee, who informed me that he had heard, they all stay in the same hotel, by the way, the players, the officials. He had heard that there was a little disquiet over the situation in respect of those sponges, so decided to check. He took the Australian umpire Harper, with him, and arrived at the ground here at 10:30 at night. The police presence was really more to do with the fact that the police are given responsibility for this ground. They accompanied them out to the centre, and the match referee had a little look, didn't pull all the covers off, just wanted to check that there was consistency in respect of the sponge being used on the surface under the covers. Satisfied that was the case, he then made his way back to his hotel in the comfort of his little bed. Of official and unofficial complaints, I suppose there's always a chance there could have been an unofficial query made. What a shot! Beautifully driven down the ground into the fence for 4. Could it be Arjuna Ranatunga is going to do it for Sri Lanka here in Kandy? They have their backs to the wall. That was a great straight drive. It's 34 for 4. Have a look at this shot. Beautiful straight drive down the ground, right off the meat of the bat, and that's gone sailing away down there for 4. Have a look at the response of the crowd too. They do love him, there's no doubt about that, and this is an elegant shot. He got his foot right to the spot where it should be, and you can see Callis's reaction there. Into the gap, that's 4, beautifully played. Lovely cut shot outside off stump. That's gone whistling away to the boundary. Once again, cheers all round the ground. Arjuna Ranatunga has hit another boundary. The score 41 for 4.
So long as Ranatunga is around, there's hope for Sri Lanka, and he's really playing like a maestro.
Yes, this is the shot again. Lovely cut shot right in the middle of the bat.
Got full.
So Paul Adams starting over the wicket here to the left-handed Ranatunga. Now he's squeezed that fast slip. So Ranatunga starts with a boundary after lunch. And it'll be interesting to see his tactics here against the left-arm spinner. He's normally very positive against the spinners, loves to use his feet and hit over the top.
That's what the Sri Lankans really want, to put the bad balls away. And that was short, the first delivery, just a loosener. Ranatunga, he's made use of it, coming down hard on it. And squeezed it away from the slips.
He gets it right on the toe of the bat. Lack of consistency. Oh. Edged and pass slip. Now did that carry? Second boundary of the over. Just got the feeling that Cullinan came down slow on it.
Oh, it was an excellent delivery from Paul Adams. It spun, bounced and went right through Cullinan's hands. Just see that, and Cullinan, that came very quickly on him. Excellent delivery.
It's definitely catchable. A little late to react, Dal Cullinan. Ball went through.
Ready.
And more runs on the onside. Sri Lanka starting out well here after lunch. 9 runs already has come in this over. And the 50s come up too. Now watch Cullinan here.
This is turning out to be a rather eventful over.
Come on, boy.
I'm just gliding it away, but Mackenzie, he just couldn't get there on time.
1,000 test runs. He'll get that now. Very good over for the Sri Lankans. And a superb cover drive to end that last over. 14 off it, 55 for 4. Arjuna Ranatunga bringing up 5,000 runs in his test career with this shot.
One leg.
Lovely cover drive.
What a milestone in Ranatunga's career. And that coming in his penultimate test match. He's already announced his retirement and just speeding away.
The De Silva there, top of the tree, 5,685. But Jay Surya also playing in this test match, over 3,000 runs. Shan Tilakaratna, 2,972. Mavanata Patu, 92 matches, 135 his highest against Pakistan. And pulled away by Arnold. That'll reach the boundary. It's a good positive start here for Sri Lanka after lunch.
This is the way the Sri Lankans should go. They've made up their minds that they should be looking positive, and Arnold too going after the short one.
That's one thing for sure, is that this pitch will ease out once the ball gets a little older and softer. You won't see the same indifferent bounce you saw when it was hard and new. We saw the odd ball really taking off. 61 for 4, Arnold 24, Ranatunga. He's looked very fluent, 28 of just 24 balls. He's on strike now to Paul Adams. Crashing cover drive. Yes, took there and hammered it. No need to run for it.
That's really a shot of absolute class. Ranatunga just launching into it. Spanked it on the offside. Just look at him. All the power behind it.
Come on, boy.
And
wait for the loose delivery. There's one, and he's put it away. Twice Adams has overpitched in this over, and 2 excellent shots from Ranatunga. One a cover drive, this last one a little more square, more of a square drive this time.
And that again spanked away, that time square, showing the man's got all the experience, and he's in command.
Straight away, South Africa now on the defensive with the whip.
Sri Lankans narrowing the gap.
Now he's got that fine. This could be another boundary. The 50 partnership coming up in very quick time, and Adams proving to be really expensive. 73 for 4.
He's really broken free.
Arjuna Ranatunga is batting as if it's a one-day game out there. 40 of 30. That's the 3rd boundary of the over of Adams. A cover drive, square drive, and now the sweep. Very quickly this partnership has added 52. Keep the pressure on. But he's back anyway, and he's welcome to the bowling crease with a tremendous shot from Ranatunga. Fractionally overpitched. left-hander was onto it in a flash.
So Ranatunga, he's no respecter of persons. A bad delivery is a bad delivery. And a half volley, Ranatunga whacks it away down the ground.
Well, that's the frame of mind he's in at the moment. Very, very positive. He's raced to 45. If you see the context of the game, he's reached 45 of just 33 balls, 9 boundaries. It's tremendous scoring.
Ravi, this ball's really got a pounding in the last few overs. And I think Sean Pollock's made an inquiry from umpire Harper as to what he thinks about it.
Picked off his legs. Consecutive boundaries for Ranatunga.
This is vintage batting by Ranatunga. He certainly is giving this crowd some entertainment. The Sri Lankans looking to wrest initiative from South Africa, and this over from Pollock also proving to be costly.
Oh, tremendous shot this. Watch the work with the wrists. Still manages to impart tremendous power. Just a wristy flick and the ball was going. 49 of 34 balls here. He's got that fine, magnificent half century here for Arjuna Ranatunga. Tremendous knock under pressure. And look at the crowd.
What an innings this has been. Quite apart from the fact that it was studded with brilliant boundaries, it's come at a time when Sri Lanka needed runs most. 50 runs in 36 balls, including 10 boundaries. Just 18 scoring shots.
10 boundaries punctuating that knock. Every loose ball he's put away. This one taken from off stump.
What a super innings this has been from Ranatunga. Runs scored all low on the offside. Started with boundaries. And he certainly has given hope to the Sri Lankans.
And of course, this partnership, incredible figures really. When he smashed that one, it's going down to the boundary for 4 as well. Desperate stuff on the boundary there. Wide delivery from Palace. Arjuna Ranatunga is playing the most incredible innings in the circumstances. That's taken, he scored a 54 out of a partnership of 68 runs. He's made 54 of them. That's another boundary, smashed away outside off stump. He loves a little bit of room. And Hayward there sliding across the turf to try and cut it off. Look at how wide that one was. Smash, away she goes. 3 runs and over in this test. Time. Oh, and a misfield there. Oh, I think he hurt his finger as well.
Get back!
In goes the throw from Hayward. He hasn't looked down at his hand. Very often in situations like that, you can look down and find you've dislocated a finger.
Oh, nice shot from Arnold. Straight. Pollock doesn't get a hand onto it. I don't know whether it's the ball or the hand hitting the grass. Too bad.
Sean Pollock continuing. Oh, he's got a bottom edge on that one. It's flying away down towards the boundary. This might be 4. Yes, it is. 4 runs. A little bit lucky there. It was a wide delivery, mind you. The ball hit the bottom of the bat and went scooting away down to third man for 4. Right, well, that takes it to 98.
It was a wide delivery, and Ranatunga would probably say, if I'd have hit it where I wanted to, it was wide enough to do it. It would have been a 4 anyway. It's got a bottom edge on it. But it was there for the hitting. It was wide. Pollock's got a very, very offside field with no slip. Can't afford to stray on the onside at all.
Oh, there's the nasty ball, and that is the benefit of experience. If you're watching the ball very closely and it does take off a little bit, you've got to be able to make sure that you adjust, but you adjust straight. Just watch this. Knocks it down with his gloves there, and oh, that is very well played.
Yes, and the benefit of experience combined with the fact that he's on 60 and he's seeing the ball, you get one of those early up. That's a good night nurse. Goes straight to slip.
Says a little bit more about this innings when you get runs on this sort of pitch, doesn't it? And he's undefeated on 60 at the moment. Again, steering that one away through the gap. That's very well played. He'll get 2. Ranatunga moves to 62. This is turning out to be the most unbelievable innings. He has played absolutely superbly. He's been cheered every single run of the way. And he's now taken Sri Lanka to 100. They've gone past 100, 101 for 4, 76 runs to win. I tell you, there's still a lot of cricket left in this match. A wicket falls here, all of a sudden the bowlers are at the crease.
It's a youthful looking at Junior Ranatunga. There's a nice smile.
Yes, I think those are the offices from which they conduct the affairs up here, and they really have done a wonderful job with this Kandy Test match. It's well played. Oh, beautifully played. That's going down to the boundary. 4 runs. Wonderful cut from Arjuna Ranatunga. Pollock only marginally offline that time. He's played a gem of a backward cut. It's raced away for 4. Ranatunga to 66.
That's a magnificent shot from Ranatunga, bisecting the fielders. Now Pollock has got to come up with something different. Just getting away from him now. He's going to come round the wicket, try and change the angle.
Yes, absolutely anything. I think you're definitely right about the fact that Klusner was kept out of the attack for too long. Ranatunga, 67. A gem of an innings. 67 off 60 deliveries when the team had their backs to the wall. The danger man has got the ball again. Outside off stump, driven through the offside. That's a beautiful shot. That's a wonderful shot. Boy, this is very definitely Arjuna's day.
Well, this is as good a shot as you're going to see on a bad wicket. Turning, not easy to drive. Straight through that gap. And Pollock's got a problem. You can't keep him going from the one side. He's got to bring on another bowler. Klusner's got to still keep it tight from the other.
If I was Klusner, I wouldn't mind seeing Ranatunga play that shot through the offside, trying to drive through the offside. All he's got to do is stop a little bit, or just move off the wicket a little bit, and it could go up in the air. However, so far so good. Look at that: 9 singles, 14 fours, 3 twos. Warming up. That's got to be quite close. Ranatunga heads off down the other end, not out. Ranatunga slipped. In comes the throw. Just for a second there, I thought he was going to fall down. That's all he needs, is to be run out. Well, the first thing we need to do is have a look at the LBW. Where did it pitch, and did the ball do anything? Pitches on off stump. Yes, I don't think it's straightened enough. I think it pitched on the stumps from very wide of the crease. Look at the angle of the ball, and it really didn't quite straighten enough. Pretty close though.
Good decision. Couldn't give that out.
And then he plays shots like that. Superb placement. This is a gem of an innings. 118 for 4. Glorious shot to end the last over. It was all timing and placement. Look how he opens the face of the blade. Plays the ball a lot later. He's got that square. Adams is there on the boundary line. And good running. Allows them to come back for the second. Just got the feeling Adams was a little casual on the boundary line there.
All important runs. Taking off, looking only for the single, but that's not an all intent, and again pushing for the second, saying okay and going through. All important runs here. Adams really taking it a bit easy down there.
So the partnership now worth 100. Just what the doctor ordered as far as the Sri Lankans were concerned. These two came together with the score on 100 on 21. It's now 121. And it's come in such good time. What entertainment for the crowd. Ranatunga. Well, he's got 76 of that. Now Sri Lanka right back in it with a chance of winning. South Africa need a wicket. Arnold goes for the big one. Just landing inside the rope. Good flat hit.
Coming around the wicket, taking it with the spin. It was up there in the slot. And Arnold going right through with the shot.
God, Bodgy, come on, boy.
Just short of the boundary. Brings him 4 runs. So good positive blow from Russell Arnold.
And now Nicky Boy coming back to over the wicket. 36 not out. And again. Work for Adams here. The ball beats him. Consecutive boundaries for Russell Arnold.
Russell Arnold's broken his shackles. Taking on Nicky Boy once again, putting his foot there, getting onto the pitch of that one and going right through with it. Clean hit. Good attempt there by Paul Adams, not being able to pull it back.
God, Bodgy, one mistake here, boy, come on.
Finger goes up. Darrell Harper was taking a good, hard, long look. No shot was offered, and that's always a dangerous ploy on a surface like this. Russell Arnold was looking to play, and at the last minute just took his bat out of the way. And that could be the problem.
See, not playing a shot, pitching and coming back. In the umpire's opinion, that was going to hit the wicket. His impact was also the awesome, but that doesn't matter because he wasn't playing a shot. Padding up, Russell Arnold on for 40, Sri Lanka 130 for 5.
So Kumar Dharmasena comes out to the middle. 679 runs, 62 against Pakistan is highest. His job is clear-cut, just to stay there with Arjuna Ranatunga now. We've had another twist in this game. Russell Arnold has just been dismissed, so the South Africans clawing back. Judged leg before wicket here for not offering a shot. The decision the umpire had to make was if the ball would have gone on to hit the stumps. He ruled in favour of the bowler.
Yeah, boys, just enjoy, boys.
The
Come
ball
on,
still had a good 7 or 8 feet to travel. So a bold decision. What's happened here is it's a tentative throw out forward and the ball's hit Dharmasena on the full.
It's at the back of the mind of umpire Darrell Harper, the amount the ball has been spinning, so that is what would have created the doubt. He got hit on line.
Yes, I think it's just pitched. He's gone here. Bat, pad, and taken cleanly. The finger has gone up. A good sharp catch. And Klusner has struck here for the South Africans. Dharmasena dismissed. And Sri Lanka have lost their 6th wicket.
Dharmasena trying to work it down, getting the bat onto the pad, and then a good sharp catch there. So Rhodes doing a good job at the short leg. Klusner picking up the wicket. Dharmasena goes for 1, Sri Lanka 133 for 6. So Upul Chandana has joined Arjuna Ranatunga, best of 28. It's just his 7th innings. Out there in the centre, joining his mate Arjuna Ranatunga, and to continue with the commentaries, Pat Simcox and Ranjit Fernando.
Right arm over.
Thank you, Salia. Upul Chandana been promoted ahead of Chaminda Vas. This is how come he's there. The off cutter. And Dharmasena just getting a bat in the pad and straight to Jonty Rhodes. And short leg. He won't miss those. So it's Klusner to Chandana. And he's nicked that away. I think it's going to go all the way down for 4. A welcome boundary for Sri Lanka.
It's a keen contest here. The pendulum may have slightly swung South Africa's way. New batsman out there, Upul Chandana, gets off the mark in a fairly edgy manner, but all those runs count for Sri Lanka.
Full toss from Lance Klusner. Chandana's got a bat in it, and that'll run away for 4. Loose delivery. Upul Chandana has put it away, bringing up another welcome run. And the crowd, they are loving this.
Not much margin for error with so many close-in fielders, all looking to save the single, and Chandana making use of that full toss. He's put it away well. And this put pressure on the South Africans and created problems for the South African captain. He had to stop the boundaries, but now Ranatunga too has been kept quiet.
And fires here through Boucher's hands, turned sharply. Cullinan will tag it back, coming back for the 3. Ranatunga and his partner nearly collide, but they pick up the 3. Well, Upul Chandana, he only weighs about 50 kilos. He runs into that. He won't be batting any further. Not in this game anyway.
The Sri Lankans are just looking for the runs. It doesn't matter how they come, how they run. And there you are. That has escaped the hands of Boucher. Sharp turn. Not easy to keep on this wicket, but just see Ranatunga and just almost colliding with Upul Chandana. And that could have been disaster for Upul Chandana. Between Boye and Adams.
That's got to be close. That's hit him on line. That has got to be very, very close.
Chandana was in front, but my hunch was that may have hit him slightly high. Yes, I think Chandana was outside the line. That did hit him slightly outside off stump. That was a very narrow shave.
That's a good shot. Good reply from Chandana. Down the ground. Straight drive. Straight as you need it to be. That's just what Sri Lanka need. Klusner over pitching.
What a contest this is being. A close LBW shout and a fine reply by Chandana. An pitch delivery driven through mid-on. Superbly hit. That needs.
And a good shot from Ranatunga. He just shimmies down the wicket and places it in the gap. Kirsten's tagged it back for 3. Oh, the wicket. And pick up the extra run. That's a 4. It's well run by Ranatunga. And again, now backed up by Callis. All happening now for the South Africans. A lot of frustration.
A lot of frustration for the South Africans. But once again, Ranatunga, just see the use of the feet. He gets up to the pitch and then spanks it into the gap. Just fielded inside the line. And Ranatunga, he's motoring along. Boy's throw ricocheting, and Ranatunga gets that 4th run.
Here will certainly be asking the question, was it necessary for the throw and run a 4? And Tunga doesn't often run a 4. He ran 4.5. Lance Klusner round the wicket to Ranatunga, bowling those off cutters, asking him to drive through extra cover. This one's put away through the onside. It's on his legs. Very strong there is Ranatunga. Callis will tag it down. Just pick up the 2. Inching ever closer. Sri Lanka.
So Ranatunga once again playing that pet shot of his. Just placing it into the gap. And settling for 2. He knows he needs to keep the strike. Klusner, he's not happy.
Ranatunga's out. Caught by Rhodes, off the inside edge, just what the South Africans needed right now. And another twist in the tail.
This game's not over. Ranatunga is gone, and that is a big wicket for South Africa. Sri Ranatunga looking to try and chip it over, not getting up to the pitch, and an easy catch there, but a good one, and that's an all-important one, and the South Africans aren't they delighted. Rhodes, he picks it up, and a standing ovation for Ranatunga. What a great innings this has been. This crowd at the Kandy Stadium coming to their feet. Ranatunga, he's gone, caught by Rhodes off the bowling of Boyer, and a farewell to this great man. Sri Lanka lose their 7th wicket for 161.
So the man that comes into the heat, Shaminda Vas, he's experienced 42 tests he's played, averaging 18, highest score 57. That doesn't count for anything right now. It's what kind of nerves has he got?
Yes, and that's how that great innings came to an end. Ranatunga looking to try and whip it away on the onside, and Jonty Rhodes, he got in the way, and what a fine catch. And the South Africans, they certainly are so jubilant. And a farewell to that fine cricketer, and a great innings comes to an end.
That's how it happened. Inside edge, straight to Rhodes, doesn't make a mistake. Suddenly the South Africans feel they're back in it. You can see the jubilation. So Shaminda Vas has come into bat. He's also a left-hander. He's an attacking batsman by nature. He sweeps well. South Africans will do well to remember that.
Including those blokes sitting up a tree there. They don't want to concentrate too much on the cricket. Oh, he's bowled him! Fast ball! Clean bowled him! Lance Klusener has bowled a faster ball. Clean bowled him. And one of those blokes has fallen out the tree. He has clean bowled him. Unbelievable. Well, now then, this really has turned things around a little bit. Zoysa is the next man in, then Muralidharan. This was a faster delivery, right up there in the block hole, nipped back a little bit, hit the top of the bails. Notice the puff of dust there. Boy, what a wicket. That's the end of Chandana. Out for 16, Sri Lanka 161 for 8. Righto, here we go. Nuwan Zoysa. 22 years of age, a batting average of 9.3, and the whole nation wanting runs. In this team as a bowler, but this is the wicket. Beautiful delivery, pitched, nipped back a little bit, at the top of off stump. Beautiful ball. Absolutely magnificent delivery.
And just what the South Africans needed. And there's a left-hander on strike now. Lance Klusener will be taking it away from him. This is the dismissal, just hitting the top of off stump. Peach of delivery. Now Klusener will come around the wicket to the left-hander.
There have been 1,504 test matches played. Awful toss, he's got that one away. This one should come close to getting to the boundary. It won't quite make it, they'll come back for 2. They're coming back for the 3rd. No, they're not. No is the call. No chances there, that's very well fielded. Callis has got to the boundary fast. The throw is accurate. Only 2 runs. 12 to win.
Well, a full toss, not what Puyer wants to do now. He's just got to keep bowling it. Don't tense the body up. Keep breathing. Making sure that he gets it in the right area. Take his time.
Oh, well played. Through the offside. There'll be 2 runs here as well. Callis is off it again. 1. Back for the 2nd. Now we're into single figures, Sri Lanka. 9 runs to win. Oh, they're cheering every single run. Standing ovation for 2s. Imagine what's going to happen here if they had a 4 or a 6. This is unbelievable. Righto, 9 to get. The ground is packed. There are people in the trees all over the place. It's been an incredible test match to watch.
For me, the height wasn't too bad.
The outside, there's a run out here. No, yes, there's a run out. This has got to be out. Yes, it's all over. That's definitely out. A yes and a no down the long striker's end. Jai Surya. Callis the fielder. I've got that as out. Pat, what have you got it as?
Definitely out. There's no doubt about it. You can see South Africans know it's out. Callis got it in right, quick as a flash, over the top. And well done by Klusener. He's broken the wicket.
Oh, hang on. Don't get too carried away. Let's see that he doesn't knock the bails off early. There we are. That's out. That is out. Righto. Well, we've got our wish. On goes the red light. That is the end of Chaminda Vas. Well, he was sent back by Jayasuriya. He dived back down that far end. Now then, this is interesting. This is unbelievably interesting. Sri Lanka 169 for 9. Mathaya Muralidharan coming in with 8 runs to get. 8 runs to get to win the test, 7 to tie the test. Right, well there we are. He's got a batting average of 13.4, not a bad batting average. He's one of those dangerous batsmen who's just as likely to swat a couple of boundaries. If he tries to play defensively, then I've got to say that he's a candidate for anything. But he's not a bad slogger. Right, let's have a look at the run out again. Callis picks it up and in it goes right over the bails, and have a look at this. Down she goes, and that's it. Have a look at the team when they saw this. Oh, that's out. That's out. Look at them. That was the reaction of Sri Lanka. That's the end of the test match. South Africa won. Mathaya Muralidharan out caught behind. He cannot believe it. He's been given out caught behind, and the South Africans have taken this test match. Boy, what an incredible victory. Wonderful victory for South Africa. They've come from behind in this test match, and they've taken it away by the skin of their teeth. This test series is still alive. So the South African players running out onto the ground now. Can we pick up the nick here? Let's see what happens. It spins. There's the bat. Let's have a look at it. Let's see if it hits the outside edge of the bat. It hits the pad. I don't think it hit the bat. I do not think it hit the bat. I think that came off the pad. Just let's have a look. He goes forward. We really need to run this replay again. It doesn't really matter, I suppose, at the end of the day, because the decision's been given and it's a duck. And unfortunately, the test match is over. But I can tell you that Mathaya Muralidharan, when he gets into the dressing room, will be very disappointed indeed. So, well, the South Africans haven't been very happy with the umpiring in this test match. And as it's turned out, the very last wicket, the one at the end of the day that made the difference, looked to me as if the ball came off the pad. I don't think it hit the bat. Here it is again. This is the reaction. There's no doubt there's a deflection, and there's no doubt that there was a spontaneous appeal. And up goes the finger of the neutral umpire. That's umpire Harper, giving him out. And Nicky Boye, boy, have a look at that. There's the mysterious look on the face of the batsman. No doubt in my mind that ball deflected off the pad and did not touch the bat. Right, so we really need to see that that replay again. That replay from, this is the one. Now watch this. Just watch this. Just watch this. Here we go. It hits the pad, and I want that slowed down a little bit more. We've really got to make sure we're right here. Let's see. Righto. Now definitely hit on the pad, and definitely daylight between the ball and the bat. So I think that's fair enough. I mean, we've got the benefit of replay after replay. The umpire has to make a decision straight up. He has decided that that came off the bat. And as a result of that, this test match has been won by South Africa, and they won it by 7 runs. So that is South Africa won by 7 runs. What an incredible test match. An absolute privilege to have been here, to have witnessed it. So there it is, 169 at the end of the day. A wonderful knock played by Ranatunga for 88. Really a tremendous performance that was by him, and ultimately the decision there, Mathaya Muralidharan caught behind for a duck. So there we are, the partnership, the all-important partnership. Ranatunga and Arnold, 109, really got them into a winning position right up there to win this match. And well, wickets started to fall, pressure started to be brought to bear, and well, we all know what happens when we're all under pressure. Right, well, there's the bowling figures. Nicky Boye, 3 for 24. A wonderful performance by Nicky Boye. Lance Klusener, 2 for 34. The two of them bowled really well, in my view, bowled the South Africans to victory under pressure, and they did it in fine style. Righto, now then, the first thing we've got to do in a test match like this is invite the losing captain to come up. And it's almost sad with a test match like this to have to ask the losing captain to come up and do this, because everyone was a winner today. Sanat, will you please come forward and accept the 15,000 rupees from Mr. Prasanna Ranatunga. Right, Sanat Jayasuriya, you'd obviously be very, well, I don't suppose sad, but unhappy that you didn't win the test match, but I suppose that's the way things go.
Yeah, it was, we tried very hard, and Arjun and Russell did a great job, and they have tried their best, but last 3 we couldn't make it, but it was a great effort, and we had to do it again in the next game.
But when you consider how badly you got, the start was bad, you were really in all sorts of trouble. At the end of the day, you did well to get to the point you got to.
Yeah, it is, because it was a very bad start, Tony. I think I must thank Arjun and Russell. The great start. They had about more than 100 runs partnership. I think that's where we had a chance of winning this game. And after Arjuna got out, we just missed that chance.
That's right. Have you seen Arjuna Ranatunga play a better innings than that?
I think he was very positive today. When he was inside, he said he's going to bat positively, and he did it in the middle.
Right, he certainly did. Well, bad luck in this test match. So I suppose the good news is the test series is still arrived, and we all go down to the SSC now, and you're obviously looking forward to that test match.
Yes, Tony, I think everybody's looking forward. I think we have to play very hard to win this next game.
Right, well, very good luck in that one. We hope it's as good a test match as this one. Go on then, a big hand for the captain of Sri Lanka. Righto, there's always a winner in test matches. Today the winner is Sean Pollock and the South African team, 50,000 rupees. The presentation by the chief guest, the Honourable Laxman Kiriyala. Well, it's not surprising that Sean Pollock's got a big smile on his face. That was a tough test match, but with hindsight, a good one.
Yeah, you've got to be proud of your team, you know, to come back from, I think they were 40 on and only 4 wickets down, and to turn it around and come out victorious. It's an awesome effort on their part, and a lot of credit must go to the coaches and the management of the side, who really put in a lot of hard work this week, and we managed to turn it around.
Just talking for a second about Sri Lanka, I mean, they were in real trouble at the start. You know this pitch and how hard it was to certainly start an innings. Have you seen many better knocks than that played by Arjuna Ranatunga in this test match?
Yeah, I thought he played awesomely well. You know, in the situation they were, he came and he timed the ball sweetly. And at one stage we didn't know sort of what to do to try and stem the tide. But thank goodness for us, we managed to get wickets out of there and then keep the pressure on from there. And then once he got out, we knew him with a big chance.
You kept Jacques Kallis back, not Jacques Kallis, Lance Klusener back out of bowling for a while. We thought that he might be injured. Was there a reason for that?
No, we had struck nasty with the new ball, and we wanted to make sure we could use the new ball to the full advantage. But then at the end of the day, it all worked out. He came at just the right time, just in the nick of time.
Is that as good a test match as you've played in?
We've played in quite a few exciting ones, but that's got to rank right up there, yeah.
Right, well, very well played in this match. You've kept your side, all of you have kept the side in the series, and now we look forward to the match down in Colombo.
So do we. Thanks.
Right, there we are. Give a hand to Sean Pollock and the South Africans, folks. Righto, well, I wouldn't want to be judging the man of the match here, I can tell you. I'm glad that Salia Rahangama has got to make the decision today. Let me You're not allowed to influence the judge. 15,000 rupees. The presentation will be made by Mr. Abhay Sekara. Righto now. Salia, what are you going to do? Tough one.
What a test match, Tony. We've seen some very good performances from both South Africa and Sri Lanka. We saw Jack Kallis come up with a good performance. We saw Mavanatha Pattu. But my man of the match award choice is a joint award, Lance Klusener and Arjuna Ranatunga.
There we are, a joint award.